Where have you been, bro?
I fully didn't know.
Yeah. Jazz ain't loving his bubble tea, you know.
I'm not. I don't know if
Do you want mine?
If I'm,
I can't even drink it for some reason.
I'm
Were you
feeling
lot trying to experiment in that?
I've never had it before. I don't really like tea.
Oh.
You're bad vibes.
Wait,
What?
you don't like tea?
Yeah,
Not even
that's
PG?
bad vibes.
Definitely not PG.
Oh my god.
What, like a little twinings?
I don't drink
Wait,
tea.
let's
I
start
don't
the
like
pod.
tea.
Let's start the pod.
This is all important stuff. We can keep
yeah.
this in.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Black Gals Livin. You're joined with Vic
And Jasmine. I forgot my
and
name.
wow, and we got some special guests in the building. Really,
You know the vibes.
you know the vibes.
Okay, all right.
Zoop, zoop.
Wait, off the cuff, why well, baby.
Listen, don't butcher what Essie's saying, you know.
No, it's sick. I love you guys.
I love
I love you
it.
guys, pod. Introduce yourselves. Tell the people who you are.
Well, we are Off the Cuff Podcast. My name's Foles Forever.
I'm Mr. Vance.
And the hashtag Off the Cuff Pod.
Come on.
You know the vibes.
You know the vibes. You guys should do merch. You know the vibes. I'm being
Yeah,
so
for
serious.
real,
Or
for
cuff
real, for
links.
It's coming.
We gonna talk.
Cuff links.
This is how you know what. Listen.
Genius.
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was who was the guest that you had on?
I mean, it was when Essie was on, innit? We was talking about cufflinks, innit?
Well, she was like, "Oh, do you guys have a hive?" And we were thinking on the spot, and, you know, in typical off the cuff fashion.
Cufflinks.
Yeah.
No pun. I came up with cufflinks.
Oh,
and,
it was you. Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
Basically, man said
And
he wants his
credit worthy.
accolades.
Okay,
Yes,
credit
I
worthy.
need those accolades.
Credit
And,
worthy.
Hold on, but
um,
when we were on your pod, I thought you said off the cuff was your name.
Oh, yeah, no.
the name of the podcast,
Yeah.
False came up with it,
Okay,
but
okay.
obviously
I like the fact that you
having
can
a
just
hive,
say it out like
having
that.
having a hive.
We needed
a name,
we need,
innit?
you know, branding, innit? It's a
Yeah,
brand name.
we
Wait,
needed a name.
what's Futures Hive called?
Future Hive, innit?
Futurettes.
Futurettes.
Yeah.
You say Futurettes?
Ain't it just the Future Hive?
It's just the
Future.
Future.
Okay, the
No,
Future.
they're the
Hendrix.
Futurettes.
Or
The Hendrix.
Lean Squad? No?
Lean. Oh
No?
God forbid.
But he doesn't even drink lean.
Yes, he does. What Future?
Well, no, he doesn't drink. He said he
Doesn't.
doesn't do drugs like that.
I don't believe it.
Drugs like that.
As in,
What does that mean?
I
Because
don't know.
a lot of his content is like very drug
Yeah.
abusing
Yeah,
heavy.
exactly.
So he's like,
Oh, I just dabble in it.
man, don't really.
I don't
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think because I don't know what he was interviewing him, but I think they were trying to go down the lane of like, are you kind of a drug addict type of vibes, or are you're leading the people astray? It's like, I don't do drugs like that. So it's ironic that a
He's
lot of
talking
this new
about it.
generation, whether they want to admit it or not, have probably dabbled in certain drugs because of the music that they listen to. Maybe not just Future, but he's probably the poster child for it.
Defo.
And then you come to find out he doesn't do drugs like that himself. It's not new. It's been there in Houston, Pimp
But
C,
why can't he sing about
Little
something
Wayne.
else? Like, you know,
Something wholesome.
who was the UK rapper that said about lean? And I got really
Is-
upset
is
about
it-
it.
Young
Young
Adult.
Ben.
ads.
I was really upset
Young Ben, yeah.
because I was like, I've never really heard this on the mainstream,
But
and I
then
don't want my brothers to listen to it because I know they love that, and
But
they're
it was
like,
a banger though. Lean, lean, lean.
know.
Love
Living
of
my
my
life.
life. I wanna fuck you tonight.
Listen, I knew it was a problem when I heard my daughter singing it, and I was
do
like,
you see what I mean?
I was like, hey.
How old is she?
What?
She's 5.
Do you see what? Why is no one else angry like me?
Oh, yeah,
No,
yeah.
do you know what it is?
Boycott
No,
the
but
song.
do you know what it is? Yeah, like if it's hard to escape it because you try to, especially when I'm in a car, I try not to play my music because
That playlist is
It's
Why
not-
don't you
it's
play the
not
Kids
censored,
Bop
innit?
version of it? I need to
so I
talk
put on
to
the radio.
Okay.
So my point is, I put on the radio.
I do that
but
as well.
A lot of our music now is on mainstream radio.
Yeah.
So you can't even escape it. Like a song like that
Yeah.
is gonna chart.
Yeah.
You know, so you're gonna have kids singing.
And,
lean.
Can I just say, WAP was playing on Capital Extra at
But with the
7
edits,
o'clock in the morning. Edits, but Meg was still saying, swallow me, gobble me, drip down the side of me.
Go,
At 8 in the
go on, Jazz.
morning.
Spit the lyrics for us, quickly, go on.
Swabble Galloway. What was it?
Drip down the side of me. At 8 in the morning.
There's some hoes in this house.
Yeah.
So what did they say instead of hoes in this house?
There's some in this house.
Yeah.
There's some.
They just
I hate-
they just
with
took out
sound
the hoes.
effects, with sound
I
effects.
hate vocal
Yeah.
music.
And she was
then with
even
the radio
moaning.
edit, 'cause
Yeah.
they're like,
They were moaning on the
Moaning.
track
It's
at
just
8
like-
in the morning.
It's just like listening to Bashment. Yeah, I hate the censored version.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
At
Give
all.
me the raw,
problematic.
Uncut.
I need it.
Yeah.
I
That's what
need
you want.
that in my veins.
Yeah.
I need to talk to the manager of NSG. Remember, I kept saying this
Yeah.
because I think they need to do Kids Bop. There's money in it.
Something like OT.
Why
Bottle,
do
bang
you
on
why
there.
do you want a Kids Bop version of everything?
Because okay, when I was doing my hair the other day,
Yeah.
they had like Kids Bop version of every single song. Like the hairdresser had kids. They had the Kids Bop, and I was like, "There's money in this."
But she's right. For like an NSG, you're alright because they've always got the dance moves,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how a lot of music is being marketed now. So like with the TikTok dances, so if they wanted to, that's a lane to kind of go down. So
But the kids are still going hamburger on the
I said hamburger.
on the
Just always says that.
on the dirty
Yeah.
the dirty songs.
But they listen to the
on
Kids
TikTok.
Bop one too.
It's it's so hard to police because like kids, like I remember being that age, you find
find it anyway,
all the
yeah.
stuff that you're not meant to, you find, innit?
Yeah.
I remember like being younger and like waiting for my parents to go to bed and that and watching some horrible channels on TV, like what's some new like Euro trash and stuff like that. You just
What is Eurotrash? Is
Yeah.
it porn?
It was like
Porn.
porn.
Adult entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Basically,
my
after
dad would say porn.
Yeah.
Porn.
when it hit 11 o'clock, you're a
11's quite early.
No, it's not. What, as a child?
Oh yeah, that's a child.
Yeah. You're supposed to be sleeping.
I like back in the day. Yeah, I used to have a TV in my room. You know those TVs that come with the
back off.
VCR, like at the same time. Yeah, never get those TVs. They were trash back in the day. Yeah, because only one is gonna work well.
Yeah.
If you've got a 2-in-1,
Yeah.
one thing is gonna work
Yeah.
well in it. So my parents used to send me to bed like at 9 o'clock. So me and my sister would go to bed. Yeah, and then, because the front room was upstairs from my bedroom, I would hear them whenever they were making their way downstairs. I had the remote control in it, so I didn't even have to get out of the bed. As soon as they were coming, switch it off. But then, yeah, my parents, like, they were like, something's not right. So they'll come in, yeah, and then they'll stare at me, innit?
Oh my
So
days.
you know you can tell
And you
when
can
you're
feel
not-
it.
You can tell when someone's not sleeping,
And you
innit?
know you're-
Because
you know
even
you're
though your
fake
eyelids are
sleeping.
closed,
Yeah.
there's like,
You're
not
blinking.
regular.
you're blinking, innit?
Yeah, because you're holding your eyes like this, but deep down you know like if I just do that, yeah, it's peak.
It's
a
all
wrap.
over.
They, listen, bedtime, they clocked on, they confiscated the remote. And
What did it
that
clock on
was
to what
it.
you're watching, or just that you're
Nah,
watching TV?
just that I was watching TV. Shouldn't be
Okay.
watching TV, innit? Like, we sent you to bed.
I mean, the
So
TV's
don't
in the
complain.
child's like, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'd almost be disappointed in my child if I didn't try it at least one
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
Like, try me as a parent. I'm not a parent yet, but try me, innit?
I saw a tweet that said someone's mum used to take the TV with her to work.
Yeah.
That's
the,
wild.
the TV remote.
That's mean. That's really
Yeah,
mean.
that's just wicked.
That's torture still.
Do you know what though? Like, children will abuse like their right or their power or their just the capabilities of doing certain things. Like, or they'll test you in it first.
Yeah.
They want to see what you're on. Like, what are you on? Are
What's
you
my
really
man
about to
saying?
see? Yeah, I know what mum's on. What's dad on? Because sometimes it's like, oh, mum, can I have? I'll go ask your dad. And I'm like, I don't really want to do that, you know. What?
Yeah.
Can't you ask him what's going on? Like, I thought,
You know, with parents, you get good cop, bad cop.
yeah,
Are you? So you lot have you? Are you the good cop or the bad cop?
I'm the good cop.
I'm the good cop.
Like, I'm,
So you're both good cop.
Yeah.
yeah, man. Like,
And you lot ain't on it. You ain't on it.
She
you're not on it.
tramples all over me.
Oh no.
Yep.
But then there's that one day you wild out, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
And that's when you think, "Fuck, I fucked up."
Yeah.
Because I don't really know with my parents. I feel like they're both equal, but sometimes
I'm saying bad cop, bad cop.
for real. Bad cop.
no, do you know what it is? Yeah, with me is that I'm quiet, like, you know, pretty laid back.
I'm the
So-
same.
And my daughter's mum is the opposite. So it's like where my daughter just gets the fire over there, she doesn't expect that from me. But when I do, is like I don't have to say much. She'll fall in line immediately if I raise my voice because I don't do it too often. So it's like,
Does she get shocked?
yeah, a little bit.
Do you
a
see
little
the
bit.
shock on her face when you raise your voice?
Like, she gets scared and I don't like it.
Oh, see, that's the
You
thing.
don't
I
like
could,
it?
Nah, I don't like it.
Oh, bless you. Because that's the thing. I think if I raise my voice at my child and they cry, they'll be like, oh, it's okay. You don't have to cry. But what I will say, I remember when my dad slapped me at 16, and I looked at him, I was like, this nigga hates me.
Was it a 5-finger like tattoo? Was it
Like,
one of them?
tattoo, like grab.
Slap me now.
And,
That
'cause-
clip.
and I'd say my dad's the laid back dad, the
Okay.
laid back parent, I'd
Yeah.
say. And I was like, so when they switch, it's like, fuck, like, this nigga hate
Did you
me.
warrant a slap?
No, I didn't actually.
Okay, you didn't.
Because I slept around my friend's house. Okay, I didn't tell them. Okay, fair.
What?
Well,
you
lose.
supposed?
I explicitly remember this
Listen,
story
you
because
know-
you
you know
said
how it is in our
you
household.
said fuck it, I'm sleeping around, and then
Yeah,
you
'cause
got it the
Why
next
was
day.
it always me? I can't enjoy everybody else's
No,
enjoying.
there is that, but like the minute you came home,
Yeah.
if that's my mum opens the door, say wherever you're coming from, Just go back there.
My mum did call me. She said, sleep there well.
Yeah. No,
Said well.
no, it is. Okay, cool. Did you have a good time sleeping
It was
over?
lit.
So the slap was worth it then?
No, but it wasn't worth it because I think my mum said something like, and you was having sex. And I actually it wasn't.
Do you know what? Yeah, that adds spice to the story.
Yeah.
And obviously, like
She was
the
staying
dad,
out,
yeah.
she was smoking, she was drinking, she was having sex.
So your dad is just automatically gonna believe the mum in it. Like
Yeah.
it's like, oh, so that's what you were doing. That's why you didn't tell us. And already, yeah, I don't know what it was like for you guys, but growing up in an African household, staying around where? Sleepover, please. Your bed is there. Sleep there.
But why? I don't want to sleep at my bed. I want to sleep around everyone else's and
But I
have
think
fun.
I don't know if it's for us, we had quite a crowded house. So and this might just be African. A lot of people can relate to coming from poor backgrounds where like there's a lot of you in the house, innit? You know. So your parents can't do that on their end, innit?
Yeah.
So I was acutely aware of that. I couldn't have sleepovers at my house, so it wasn't an option elsewhere. Even like super close friends, like church community people, because I could never do it. I could never reciprocate that energy at my house. It was just like, no.
Yeah, no. With me, it was weird because people can stay around mine.
You
but
couldn't go anywhere.
I just couldn't go anywhere. I would be like, "Why are you going there?" And I'm like, "It's my friend. Like, and you welcomed them here. So, what do you mean?"
I feel for our parents though, because like a lot of stuff happens in it. So
Yeah,
aside
that's
from
fair.
what I was saying in regards to that specific scenario, like not being able to do it on your end, some people are mad. You can't trust everyone. You can't
that's
trust the
true.
child of everyone, innit?
That's
So
true, you can't,
Yeah. No, I agree. Like, I was quite lucky when I was younger. Like, when I was 13, 14, like, I was always staying at my friends' houses all the time. They would stay at mine as well, but my mum was very much free. But I know that growing up, like, now that Kaya's getting older and everything, I wouldn't be the same. Because I just think, okay, I might trust your mum, I might trust your dad, but I don't know if you're going to have cousins around.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just don't...
Yeah,
I
but
don't know. I don't
sometimes
like-
you got to be prepared to like be ready to beat up people's parents.
100. Yeah, I believe in that.
Do you know what it is? Because like you send your child out there, innit? Like this is on you. It's your responsibility. But then you're putting your trust in the other parents
Yeah.
to sort of act accordingly, innit? Like because if my daughter is having a sleepover and one of her friends is gonna stay round, I've got to treat her like she's mine, innit, as well,
Yeah.
or she or he is mine,
Yeah.
innit? So I would expect the same thing. Don't like start moving mad though, innit? Because I'll pull up.
That's
just how
like
it is.
that's one of my nightmares. Like my child coming home from a sleepover and saying, "Oh, their mum said this," or their dad.
Or their mum slapped me. Ah! I'll bolt in that Uber. Quick.
what if your child deserves a slap? Like,
Do you think, would you allow your child to get slapped by somebody else? Somebody else's mum?
Nah, you tell me. Let
Jazz,
me.
would-
Let me pattern.
Jazz, would
let me
Jazz,
pattern.
let's say-
you don't
but
pattern on
commu-
my
is the
behalf.
community not meant to raise a child? So if
No.
Community, no.
if your child is out of line,
No.
Then you
False.
pattern by
False.
telling me
bear
to
in mind,
pattern.
yeah, go on.
It's not like, let's say you have your child and they stay around mine.
Yeah,
It's their friends, parents that
yeah,
you're only cool with because
of the child, innit?
they have that friendship at school, innit? And that's as far as it goes.
Yeah.
So you're like, all right, cool, you can stay around for a night over there. They're having a sleepover. And then he or she comes back and says, oh, yeah.
They gave me a
The
dirty
dad that's
slap.
not really there just pulled up
Is
one
it the
day.
dad that was there just for the weekend?
The dad that was just
Hey,
there,
if,
like,
if it's that, I'm gonna drink your dad.
Before we started chatting, Jazz said she don't like tea, and I didn't know this about you.
I thought you knew.
I
Have you
really
never
didn't know.
realised? Even when you come with your tea, I'm never involved.
She said, "Come with your tea."
We both have bubble tea, so just for the record, Brent got everyone bubble tea, yeah.
Yeah.
And me being a good guest, I am. Mine's done. Both of these.
Mine's leaking.
Van's paid for his. Sorry.
Mine's. I think there's
Yeah,
a hole somewhere mine is leaking.
you know what? I paid the price for being late, innit?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
So,
Jazz, not even PG,
Not even PG.
not even Yorkshire,
Nope.
Green tea.
Nope.
minty.
Nope.
Wow, what
not even
happened?
on the Tetley vibe.
Not even.
What happened?
I don't know, because my mum said I used to bang tea when I was younger, like when I was like 5, 6. And
Ah,
then
5,
wait. You're not even supposed to be having tea at them times. Caffeine at 5.
my mum was giving me tea, and I would have my rich tea biscuits, and I
Oh,
would
that's
be nice.
cute.
Yeah,
But
but
you want them kids that, I've done it all already, I don't want to go out.
I think that's what it is.
Jazz was
I'm
having
like,
tea
been
for
there,
supper.
done that.
That's when them kids are raving at 14. When you get to when you come to uni, I've done it already. I've done it.
I think that's actually me.
Yeah. I've
You're
done it.
supposed to be having hot chocolate, not tea.
Yeah, I would eat. Sorry, I would drink hot chocolate, but not tea. I don't.
I
do
bet you
tea.
like hot Ribena though, innit?
I used to have it when I used to have it.
I never got that concept.
I don't understand it
That
either.
is wild.
Try
I don't
it.
understand it.
Please try it.
I feel like it's a West Indian
I've
thing.
done it, but like it wasn't lit, man. I didn't enjoy that, man. I had
Hot Ribena. And I'm like,
But how
Like
do you,
when I used to have a bellyache, my mum would just be like, "Oh, just
Hot
try
Ribena
hot
kills everything.
Ribena."
I don't mean to be stupid, but how do you make it hot?
Literally dilute it with boiling water.
Oh, the diluted drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
wait, what?
Because when I think of Ribena, I don't think of Robin.
Let it land.
I don't think. I think of like the carton.
They haven't forgiven you for Rooster.
Hey, listen.
Hey.
For our listeners, obviously, it's our first time on Black Girls Living, so thanks for having us. Yeah. But if you've listened to when they were on our podcast, yeah, Vic is in the Mistake Hall of Fame, innit? He said, yeah, he was on the Rooster. I was thinking, I could highlight this right now. I could let it land.
Yeah, you could have.
And then she said
Yeah, but
Rooster
Jazz said,
again.
Yash.
We're gonna get to Yash.
Okay,
Jazz,
what?
It's,
Okay,
Yash.
no. Can you explain what I did wrong? Because I've been saying it for my whole life. Like
Yash?
that. Yeah.
And you've been letting her?
And my Nigerian
What's-
Wow.
my Nigerian friend never corrected me.
What's it meant to be?
Yash.
innit?
Yash.
In reference to the bum. The bum.
Sorry,
What-
I thought
Chaz,
you
what
dropped
did
the
say again?
N.
What did you say again?
Yes.
Yash. And what do you guys say?
Yash.
Yash.
Yeah. It's
Oh, the
hard-
N. Yash.
Yeah, hard
Oh,
end, hard
okay.
end, hard
So I
end.
can't say
alright.
yash.
Open your-
I can't
It's
say
alright.
yash.
Open your.
Yeah.
Nyash. Shall I say it like that?
Vic's
Nyash.
in the Hall of Fame, Rooster, isn't it?
It's alright.
I mean, I made a mad mistake the other day. And
Go on then. Go on then.
Yeah,
Shane the
reveal.
devil. Shane the devil.
What did I say? Don't applaud a swim for fishing.
Don't applaud a fish for swimming, innit? You know.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Everyone
said a
has
lot
their
of stuff.
moments.
It happens to the best of us,
Yeah,
innit?
do you know what? Yeah, I didn't even clock that I made the mistake until Foles pulled it up and he was like, wait.
Wait.
What?
I think you're bad vibes. Did you put it up afterwards?
Oh, with Vans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did that with us
not
as
in the
well.
moment.
Okay.
No,
okay.
Vans' one was egregious. It was ridiculous. And what was worse was, I think we was talking about parenthood, didn't it? So, myself and, so I think it was his daughter's birthday the weekend prior, and we're just bigging him up. I was like, listen, I was shouting him up for being a good dad, whatever, and it was like a nice event. But then we was also joking about like the cliche response to that is, like, he should be doing that, so don't applaud.
Yeah, true.
A fish
Fish
for
for
swimming.
swimming, innit? So,
You nearly did it.
See how easy it is?
you almost got me now. So yeah, was just saying that is the cliche response. So that even though there's credence to that, but Vans, yeah, he dropped it, and I was like, whoa, what's going on here?
Do you know what? And when you watch the clip, yeah, you see Foles like thinking about what I just said. He's like, wait.
Yeah, I was like, this don't make no sense. I look, our camera guy Sosa, he looked at me and he's like, yeah, you can't let that one slide in it. But yeah, listen, mistakes happen, man.
I
Yeah,
hear
they
that.
We
really
move,
do.
innit?
I don't like how these things bust in your mouth.
Whoa.
Thank God.
Whoa.
Black girls living after dark.
Mm.
You lot are dumb.
Mad.
You
Wait,
lot are
hang
dumb.
on.
Wait, hold
No,
on.
wait.
Well, don't say that because I had bubble tea as well.
Pause. But what is bubble tea? I don't understand.
I don't
what
get
is
it either.
It's just got bubbles in the drink.
Well,
But what are the bubbles filled with? That's what I'm not understanding because it busts in your mouth, but it doesn't.
Okay, cool. Did you enjoy it? Is it making you feel guilty? Is that why you're like,
Yeah.
yeah. But you enjoyed it though.
do you know what? Yeah, when I look
It
at
doesn't taste like tea.
Go with the vibes, man.
Yeah, I'm going with the vibes.
do you know what? Yeah, when I look at you girls, yeah, the both of you, like, I
Yeah.
just see like wholesomeness.
Well,
and
love and light.
Do you?
love and light.
Love and light.
Just look at
a lot of purity, serenity. So when you use terms like that, yeah, it throws me off a little bit.
Oh, wait,
I
hold
like
on.
that.
Oh,
This
it's
is-
chewy.
This is a good place
It's
to stay.
chewy.
though.
Yeah,
It's chewy,
there's
cool.
some bits that are chewy.
Wait, so love and light girls can't have like
Yeah.
young badness.
I mean,
Can't bust it for a real one though.
See what I'm saying?
okay,
we
is
can't-
that what
we
we're
can't
doing
have
Show
the-
there?
your whap
We,
on
we,
entry.
we can't have the what?
Show your weapon entry.
Vic, wholesome girls can't have the what?
It's a lie.
No, you can't. They usually be the ones.
Yeah.
Them little quiet ones in the corner, they be the ones.
Do you really think?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
It's
Fair.
bro, it's the articulate ones that have the best mouth.
Yeah, I'm with
Get
you,
out
bro.
of here.
Yeah, she's like, I can't do this anymore.
Um,
Big Frodo, she's like, where do you go
let's
next?
Yeah.
bring it
Yeah.
back, let's
Yeah.
bring it back.
Have you guys seen Bryson Tiller's new music video?
Hey.
With Kalani, his
Yes.
bestie.
Yes.
As Friends FC.
Yeah.
Yes.
I cannot. I want to say real quick to the Bryson Tiller haters, and Jazz is gonna pull me up because I actually used to be one. Can we stop being so hard on him?
Can we ask
What,
Jazz
from-
if she's listened to the album from start to
Jazz,
finish?
have you listened to the album start to finish?
I haven't.
Yeah, because you listened
But-
to it on shuffle, innit?
Yeah, I want to listen. I want to listen to it on shuffle. But what I
No,
did,
Jazz-
no, I did actually start listening to it on shuffle. But I wasn't. Nothing was grabbing me. I think there was only one song that I liked. Maybe the
But
one
when
with
you
Drake.
listen on shuffle, do you think you're missing songs?
No.
Do you know what it is? Yeah?
No.
Now, I was saying to her in her defense at the time when she said that to us, if it's like playlist type music, I don't mind that. But
But you don't know that, though.
yeah, but it's an album. That's I was shooting some bell on it. I was hoping she was gonna say. I was trying to save her. Innit? But come to find out, this girl's listening to like Snoop Dogg Doggy Style, like with the skits on shuffle,
Bruv, all
these,
over the
these
place.
albums tell a story from top to bottom,
Yeah.
and then you're listening to the outro at the start. It don't make no sense.
Yeah, but yeah, if a song has in the title, if it has interlude or something, I'm skipping it straight away. I'm not even going to listen to an interlude. I'm not interested.
What?
I just want the music.
Do you know
Fair
there's
dues.
like mad gems in certain interludes?
Yeah, but some are fucking annoying though.
Yeah, yeah. What interludes are gems?
Frank Ocean ones are Ariana Grande ones, Scissors. Actually, no, sorry,
No,
I take
not
that, take that, take that.
Scissors.
You don't like scissors?
Nah, they're annoying.
What with the grandma?
Actually,
and
the
that
grandma,
just popping up?
R.I.P.
You don't
yeah.
like the ones on Control?
There's one I have to like. Literally, there's a meme of someone coming out the bathroom to turn it off. That's literally me.
That's
It is.
me.
I love that album. It's
Bright ideas.
That's it. Oh my
Got
god,
those
I
bright
can't.
ideas.
Yeah.
I hate
I
it.
can't.
Oh no, Bryson's
I love Bryson.
Bryson's an album project.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It was, anniversary is called, right?
Yeah, I feel like
I was underwhelmed, and
okay.
I think why I was because he released the what song had he not done a video for years? He was expecting.
Yeah,
released-
from back.
Was it Rama?
Yeah,
Was it Rama?
right these wrongs. Yeah,
Rama-
yeah.
was
I
Rama
don't know
on
why he
song?
did that.
He released a video
I
for that.
love
So
that
I
song.
kind of and he in the article was kind of open and honest that like where he kind of made a misstep with the second album, just like he maybe wasn't as focused and he didn't know his direction. So like when you kind of do that kind of conversation, it's almost like yeah, listen, clean slate, third project, we back. So I was sitting there maybe unfairly expecting him to maybe give us trap soul vibes or like the SoundCloud era, which is going to be hard to replicate
He
because.
can't.
But it's still got to be good though. Okay, cool. I can allow you. First album, it takes your whole life to make. You've got this like fandom after like what was the big song that dropped? Don't.
Yeah. Exchange.
You meet Drake. Whether you're gonna sign to Drake or not, you stay independent, do your own thing.
You lot are music geeks, innit?
Yeah, like, we like.
No,
music,
but that's
so-
why I listen to you guys.
Yeah, so the album dropped now, anniversary, and I just was like, I was just underwhelmed. Like, it
But do you guys think we put pressure on artists? Because even I did it with Frank Ocean.
yeah.
Like I'm like, I want it to be how it was back in the day,
Yeah.
but I just feel like
It's hard when their first album is so
Yeah.
strong.
Everyone, you know,
Their
this
first
isn't a
albums.
new thing. Like everybody goes through this
Yeah.
artistically. The first album, like say cliche, takes your whole life to make. Maybe you're just at the best creative process. You now make it so you're not in that broke period. You're
Exactly,
not
yeah.
struggling for maybe there's an element of creativity you have when you don't have a lot of resources. And
I think
finances.
so.
You do you make a lot out of a little, and now you've got everything at your disposal. A lot of people see it happens.
Yeah.
They make the second or third album and now go and get the superstar producer.
Happened with
Yeah.
50
But
Cent, innit?
Your Donny that was there at the start.
Remember 50 Cent?
Yeah, you stay there with them.
So is that why you think Drake's done okay with 40? I don't know if was he with 40
That
from the
might,
beginning.
I like
He was
that.
with 40
I like
from
that
the
he said
beginning,
that.
yeah.
That might be part of the reason because you've got to work and relationship with someone. If it's not broken, why try and
Why
fix it?
fix
Innit?
it,
So,
yeah.
and then in between that, you do the songs to keep your name out there, all the singles, whatever. But the core of Drake, if 40, has worked and continues to work, innit? And it feeds his base. So maybe Bryson should go in and like whoever he was working with for Trap Soul and the SoundCloud stuff, he's doing a lot of remixes. Go back and work with them and try and find that vibe again.
Do you know what it is? Yeah. Some artists also, and it's unfair to say, but when they come out and they hit it from the gate immediately, they put pressure on themselves.
Yeah.
And you can start off your career with an amazing project and you kind of like start off a new type of wave, or like you're the front runner of this current wave that's coming out. So then you already got like a bunch of established writers and producers that are going to immediately want to, they're going to want to work with you on your next thing. So like, I remember when Trap Soul came out, or when Don't came out, it was like this SoundCloud sensation.
Yeah.
And immediately Timberland wants to work with you now.
Yeah.
And, you've got like all these other
And how do you say no to
producers
that?
and that.
Yeah.
How do you say no to that?
But I'm happy he said no to Drake
Mm.
because I love Drake, but I just feel like when he has artists, it's not on the Lil Wayne vibe.
No.
I mean, Party Next Door. Wait, he's got Party
He
Next
said
Door,
Party
Yeah.
Store.
but it's not.
I know what you
He
mean.
needs to
It's not
free
the
them.
What Lil Wayne did for
Free
Drake,
them.
Drake hasn't done for
And
artists yet.
Nicki,
Yeah.
like Lil Wayne was like, I don't know what day he had where he was just like, fuck it, I can't be asked anymore. You lot fucking run this thing, and they
Yeah.
and they did.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he decided or the public decided for a minute. It's just one of
I
them
think
things.
you've got to hit the jackpot when you've got certain artists that you can leave to their own devices and you can trust that they're gonna just keep going. Because Drake's trajectory from So Far Gone has been
It's ridiculous.
insane. It's like it's generational, isn't it? You only get like a certain artist that keeps on like getting higher and
I don't
higher
think
and
we'll
higher.
see that for a long time. I hope we do get more, but like that he's an anomaly in it. So
Yeah.
you know,
I'm out here currently buying an album right now.
is that what you're doing?
Oh, you
What
buy
album are you
music?
buying?
Yeah, I'm buying Giveon's album. He just released a
Oh,
vinyl
Jazz, you
edition.
like him?
So
Did you send me that meme?
Yeah, but it was
Just
just a
be
meme.
talking, man.
Well,
When you started this convo, you brought up the whole Kalani.
Yeah, yeah,
and Rice
yeah.
video.
Sorry, can I just read her caption?
Go on.
yeah, gone.
I like this.
Because she
Journalistic
deleted it.
integrity, Go on.
Did she actually?
Yeah, she deleted it.
Yeah.
Okay, to one of my dearest friends, matching tattoos, years worth of stories, nights of dying laughter.
sorry, I'm locking it off.
And holding each other down in the roughest times.
Holding. Okay.
I'm so proud of you. Thank you for being so solid. Always forever music
Solid,
video
you
out
know.
now. And in the picture, she's straddling him,
Yes.
sitting on his
Being
cock.
solid with his meat.
It's art, though, isn't it?
With his what?
He's being solid with his meat. That's what she means.
This is what
Yeah, yeah,
this is
yeah.
what this is what upsets me. This is what upsets me.
Solid as a rock.
No.
Oh, my days.
obviously, I'm like, you know, everyone's been harsh on Bryson. He's put out this thing, and I really, really think it's good. Like his grandma passed away, and he's like keeping going. Like, and like, there's so many like messages in it. It's all good. So when this song came out, I was like, oh, I'm really excited. I love Kehlani. Like, think she's amazing. Is it Kalani or Kehlani?
I think it's
Kalani.
Kalani.
Yeah.
Think she's great. Like, remember I was defending her when everybody was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what was that? Was that Party Next Door?
She had a little triangle
Yeah.
partner on the basketball place.
Yeah. Anyways, she's really great. And then I saw the music video. All was fine. You know, you can do cutesy, you know, music video vibes with your friends, hold hands,
course,
maybe
yeah.
peck on the cheek, you know.
Kissing.
But then when she sat on the
Yeah.
cock,
Oh.
I said no.
No, it was when I saw
No, but I'm-
the bare tongues lip syncing. I was like,
But listen,
No.
is it not art though? And are we doing? Okay, cool. I want to go. Are we
Okay.
taking a paracetamol for someone else's headache? Has Bryson's missus come out and complained?
She
Every-
hasn't. But
everyone
do
is
you know what it
complaining
do you know
on
what it
her
do you know what it
behalf.
sometimes
She's not gonna do that.
she's not gonna.
No.
Well, she's waiting for us to do it.
yeah,
I'm
she,
doing,
wait.
I'm doing it
she
for her.
said,
Okay.
she said, I'm gonna let them finish.
Better
you."
question: are you triggered because you've dated a guy who had a female bestie? Be honest.
Yes.
Is that why?
Yes.
So you're triggered, isn't it?
Listen,
It's got
yeah.
PTSD.
I'll be honest. I was with someone that had many female friends, and
Many people.
Many people.
and
Sorry.
I was completely fine. I've never been one of those people. I'm like, you need to stop speaking to whatever. Oh, where are you? Oh, make sure you call me. I'm not that kind of person. But I had male friends, male best friends, and he was.
Did it have sauce though?
He was like. No, they weren't even saucy like that.
It's like,
Shout out to your male best friends.
No,
I've been
no,
looking at-
no.
you got to line up.
No, listen,
Yeah,
listen.
you got to tell them.
Line them up. Usual suspects. Yeah.
Cool. All right,
Line them
number
up.
one,
No,
step
you lot are
forward.
dumb. You lot are dumb. No, they were saucy, but I
not
never
you,
had.
not
Yeah,
you.
I
What's
never
also for
had
you,
that.
like, it was platonic, innit, for you?
Yeah, it was very, very much platonic, but it was still a case of, why are you wearing that when you're going to see him? Why are you doing this? Oh, you need to pick him or me, blah, 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 blah. And it's like,
What was you wearing? Like a low cut top?
no, I
Were
was
the
I was
boobs really
literally just
boobing?
wearing Timberland boots and a...
Man said, well, the boobs really boobing. Let's not
No.
skate over that.
No, I wasn't doing any of that.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I'm
You're
laughing
wearing
at Tim's.
Timberland boots.
Yeah, I was just wearing Timberland, you know, like the
Dead
high
ass
one,
B.
Timberland
What,
boots.
Timberland,
Had
what,
had
high
the leather
Timberland boots?
jacket with the fur.
Oh, I see. No, I'm joking. I was
Nah,
gonna say I see.
nah,
Wait,
don't go and see your male bestie looking like J-Lo. Are you alright?
Oh, my friend was all
Isn't it like?
That's what she had. I'm a dummy, though.
Yeah, so I just think you have to take people how you meet them, innit? You can't get with someone knowing that they have female best friends, and then when you get in the relationship, you're like, oh, I don't like the fact that you have female best friends.
No, sorry, guys. I think we're talking about two different things. You got a female, but not sitting on the fucking cock. You're not.
No,
Not
of
kissing
course
me. You're not.
Yeah,
Nah.
but I know people that with their like male or female best friends, like they're seeing each other naked and all this.
Okay,
and I'm
that's
like,
no. Sorry, that's no.
when, sir?
Mm.
Why?
No, I can't, because I know you need to have respect for your partner.
Yeah.
All right, so cool. Say you're single. Have you ever looked at your male friend like, maybe one day,
Never.
or like,
When I was younger, yeah.
oh, okay.
When I was in
I like that
school,
she's honest.
when I was in school, I definitely had a crush. Remember that guy?
But was he your friend though?
Oh, that's it. Maybe he wasn't even my friend. Well, I was obsessed with him.
Okay.
Oh, so this is a you thing. This is a you problem.
I was obsessed with him, but he just put me in the friend zone.
Ah, okay.
Like,
Can you-
not put me in the friend zone, but I think he would never even that would never have crossed his mind.
Right.
Could you confidently say now, as a woman today, that any of your male friends, if given the opportunity, they wouldn't try?
Well, as soon as I had a boyfriend, all my male friends left me.
As they should.
People stop liking your photos.
Yeah.
Gone.
Mad.
Now, you know, if it's purely platonic, yeah, you should just still be cool, innit?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like, what's the Drake lyric about putting her somewhere where no one can find her and that?
Oh yeah.
That's because you don't trust her, bro.
Rubbish.
Like,
Hell, yeah,
Rubbish.
it's
Yeah,
about
so-
trust.
So like I hear where you're coming from in regards to if you meet people as they are, but the problem with that is people can manipulate that. Oh, this is my friend, it's my friend. And more often,
Yeah.
if you've got an issue and you follow like your hunch, you know they've either banged in the past or there is like a blurred line between those two people, innit?
This is a question then. How do you feel about like being in a relationship with someone and then them gaining a close friend of the opposite sex? So, for example, they've started a new job and they get closer to
How more
someone.
you need? What's going on?
Because I agree. I
will
agree.
give you advice,
I agree.
sensibly, but I'm toxic, so
At least you admitted it.
Yeah.
But I agree in that sense. Like, I think I'll accept you as I met you, but
don't go get
don't
new friends,
don't
yeah.
be
No new
making new
friends.
friends.
No
I'm-
new
I'm-
friends, no
I'm-
new.
I'm the best friend now.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, the reality is, you can't dictate and control someone. They're gonna do what they're gonna
Yeah.
do, but like, it's very cliche. If they love and respect you, there should always be boundaries. And let's not pretend if they're being real
Yeah.
or like for the streets, you know when there's a line where like Donnie's trying to befriend you. You've been as women where like niggas don't mind staying in the friend zone because the hope is
They'll wait.
Yeah.
for someone.
Oh, the waiting game is a mad thing.
Bro,
you know.
because in their eyes, I'm over here
That
doing
sounds
it
like
anyway.
experience.
We're gonna stay cool until I get the opportunity.
Yeah.
And what then happens? Always the cliche thing with those male and female best relationships. As soon as you're out of the picture now, you suddenly find out them two have done a thing or they're now dating and that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
All
you
of a
know.
sudden,
Yeah.
coinkydink. Like,
Yeah,
what do you
yeah.
mean? The man I was worried about is now your boyfriend. no, we need to get him rushed. What's going on?
Immediately,
Yeah.
expeditiously.
You lot are toxic as fuck.
Do you know what it is though? Do you know what it is? When I saw that music video, it reminded me of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt because they were on that film together. What's it?
Mrs. Smith?
Yeah.
I watched it
And
the
they
other
were both
day
in
and I couldn't
separate
believe it.
relationships, innit?
Yeah, he was dating Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
My babes. And then
They were even married.
It even happens in every year. There's the curse of Strictly.
yeah, Strictly Come Dancing.
So like, if people go on there, they're with their dance partner for hours on end for like 6 weeks, potentially might even be a little bit longer. And the amount of people that have their relationships have failed, they start dating one of the professional
Yeah.
dancers.
Bro, so I'm half Angolan, yeah? And there's this dance that comes out of Angola. It's called Kizomba, yeah?
The forbidden dance.
You see that? That
Is that why?
is mad sensual.
Is that the
blah,
one
blah, blah.
where you bump hips?
Yeah, like and, you know,
Hey.
you've got your hand,
Yeah.
on the lower back, and it's very looking into your eyes type of thing. Yeah, so a lot of classes were going on, yeah, and like I knew people that were going to these classes, and they're telling me a whole heap of madness, like people's relationship, yeah, are just in tatters. Because they'll be going to these classes, dancing with the next Donny in a mad sensual way, like they're connecting, looking into each other's eyes, and then automatically their mind is thinking ahead into the next phase. can we do this behind closed doors?
But
Like,
I don't blame the lady. She's like, oh my God, he's got hips. My boyfriend ain't got hips.
my boyfriend don't want to dance with me.
Yeah.
But you see those dance classes, is it like you have one partner or you're dancing with?
Yeah, do you switch?
Is it exchanging? Yeah.
Well, you can partner up and then you switch, but then I guess if the rhythm is rhythming, like, why are we switching, bruv?
This is.
Man said R and hips.
You know that dance? Is it made specifically for couples or is it just for anybody to enjoy?
Nah, I see in parties people just switch all the time.
Hey God.
You know,
Wow. It's a bit.
whoever's on
Yeah.
dancing, innit?
If you're on it, I'm on it. Have you got hips? Yeah, let's go.
If you're on the dancing thing, you're on the dancing thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know it is.
But
Celebs
yeah.
are gonna live by different rules, innit? With the Kalanian thing, it's like, and maybe she was triggered. Maybe it was
Who was triggered?
No, Kalani. Maybe
Oh, because she
deleted the tweets, innit?
Yeah.
So maybe it was just like the people online are just being too much. Like, let me stop this. noise
Okay,
and
but
get rid of
do you really think the kissing was necessary?
no.
Not overly, but then I've watched there's a video. Tiana Taylor's got a video when ASAP Rocky's in a video, and they have got they're lipsing up in the bed. She's married to Iman. Iman plays most.
But I've heard that they have a
Yeah.
open relationship.
I've heard that. I've also heard that. Like, so obviously this isn't a real nigga moment. That, but it's out there. It's like Iman was doing.
It's fine, man. RNA, bro.
Yeah, Iman was doing his stuff.
Oh, okay.
He's been caught out before, innit?
So this was one up.
No, so
cheating back.
In public.
No, this is my theory, innit? So he's been known to kind of do his thing out there. So she kind of plays up to the whole bisexual kind of aesthetic.
Mm.
She's been open about them having threesomes, inviting other women in the room, so almost kind of appease that kind of thirst from his loins. And maybe they've had a fallout. He's done too much, and that video is kind of a response of like, you know what?
Now he's
I'm-
rapping.
yeah.
That's why he's rapping on every song that she releases now.
And now that he can't stay out of a video. She's had him in videos. You know. They've got a new.
Yeah, for real.
where,
Bring your husband to work day, innit?
Like Beyonce.
Yeah, so it's like, listen, you stay here. You supposed to be the video
Finished.
guy, innit? So, but who knows? I could be so wide.
Do you think that's what happened to men when they get older and they start cheating? Women are like, you're literally gonna be with me like a dog, like you're on a leash.
To be honest, yeah. When I was at uni, Donny cheated on his missus, yeah, and she took him back. But in like how she made him live, yeah.
Oh my
After that,
Is it even worth
I was
it?
like, it's not even worth
Yeah,
it.
it's not.
Might as well go our separate ways because
Because not only
Donny
is
was literally on a leash.
It's never worth it.
Because not only isn't it worth it for him, it's not worth it for her. Like, you don't trust him, obviously.
Yeah,
No.
you're putting yourself through mental
Yeah.
torture by not trusting his every move.
Yeah.
Like he can't even go to his lecture without you
I'm
being there.
finished. And you don't trust.
FaceTime the lecturer right now. what? What's going on?
Oh God.
But
But
yeah,
that
that is
really be happening.
yeah. That whole Kaylani and Bryson thing is, I think it served its purpose with what they intended it to do because like everyone's talking about it. Do you know what I mean? Like
That's
it's
true.
a form of promo for them. So because I saw a video the other day with Ashanti and
Joanna Lucas.
Joanna
was
Lucas,
sucking
and
his tongue.
there was she
Hey.
was
Huh?
sucking his tongue,
Wow.
and I was like, I know that move.
You slag. Ashanti's 40. No, I don't know why I'm shocked
She
at
looks
this.
fantastic.
She looks fantastic.
She had 40-inch weed for 40 years old.
Listen,
Wow.
you see
I
what
love her so
happens
much.
yeah,
Goals.
when Donny unclaims you for a decade. That revenge body is serious.
So that's very problematic. She did it for herself. You don't want to.
No, that's not the truth. I've been seeing tweets. Look at what he's missing out on. Why didn't you have the body on this together? Why is it when we break up? Nah, everyone
About-
was so
about
chill.
Because
New
it's
body.
motivation.
Even the man them do it. Man break up and suddenly man's just got bare chest.
Abs and that.
Bruv, what happened to your abs last summer?
I lie.
You know,
All
so
these shoulders that you're giving me now.
yeah. It's
No,
a
do
lot.
you know what's that lady's name from the Kardashians? Khloe Kardashian did that. A whole show about that.
Oh yeah.
A revenge body. But she got a
Yeah.
new face as well. That's cheating.
For fuck's sake.
I don't know.
guys.
I don't know. I really feel sorry for her, you know. Like, obviously, I'm Team Jordan, but I still feel extremely sorry for her. I feel
Like
like she's
someone has
got...
to keep doing this to themselves.
Yeah,
Living
like...
like that Donny from the Game of Thrones with a new face all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
Jazz
glad I
is
got the
like,
joke.
why did we invite them?
I'm having regrets.
No, the thing is, it's funny we're using celebs because, like, I think unfortunately we look at them like that's not the real world. Most of us are not living like that. So the
Yeah.
Kalani and Bryson thing, yeah, we can relate from like bestie relationships, whatever. But that's
Yeah, do you think they don't even give a shit?
They man, all this is it's hilarious. It's a good conversation, but like it could really be
Yeah.
mean nothing, innit? Khloe Kardashian, I kind of how you feel sorry for. I like to laugh at the Kardashians because I look at them as like a social experiment. But if I'm looking at the human element. It is a bit sad that like you constantly have to keep doing this yourself, but maybe that's what you got to do to keep up with the Joneses, isn't it? You know, the average woman who's gonna have like body issues and confidence issues, she hasn't got that option. But even if you feel sorry for her, I feel have a negative effect on the community. So,
did you see that girl that did the BBL thread?
Yeah, I saw it.
And she was on. So if you guys haven't seen it, she basically was on talking about experience with BBL. But the thing that struck me the most was the fact that she was on the plane and like she couldn't sit down. She had to bend down, ass up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't think it's
face
worth
down,
it.
ass.
Yeah, she's practicing with that new ass.
I'm happy she documented all that. So like
Yeah,
seeing,
me
even though
too.
it's graphic, seeing all the blood, seeing all that stuff.
She was like, it's worth it though. And the bum looked, the bum looked.
This is why we're problematic. So
wondering.
when you get to the end of the thread and you see the bum, you're like, I understand.
She was like, it was worth it. And I was like, But the thing is that like not many are as fortunate. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely.
because it can all start well.
Yeah.
But then what happens if it gets infected during the healing process? What are you going to do? Because the only way that you'll speak to your doctor is via Instagram.
That's
what I'm
crap.
saying?
So like, so you leave, like you have a major surgery like that, and they put you back on a plane.
Yeah.
We spoke on you kind of loosely when you guys were on the episode.
Yeah.
It's all it's like you're receiving like medical consultation via DM.
And that one, remember, we said it before with that Renee one, and someone sent her a screenshot, and the doctor said, "Did you die?"
Wow.
I don't know why I did African accent. Yeah, he's like, yeah. Did he say, "Did you die?" Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
African energy though.
Yeah, that's our energy still.
But
But
did you die?
though? I've got one leg, but did you die though? What?
Yeah,
It's mad. But you know, I guess it's the world that we're living in. You know, right now, because as soon as a woman gets a BBL, you know, she disappears on social media for 6 months, and then, you know, 6 months later, it's a new gram. Old pictures deleted, new body. It's like you didn't exist before.
What's that Nicki Minaj line about? Old body, new body.
Yeah.
Come on.
New Donny getting a new body.
Yeah.
Love Nicki Minaj.
But don't you think it's a trend? Like, do you think it's a trend? The whole BBL body.
Well, yeah, but are you asking, is it going to stay? Is it like, I think it's just going to get.
Because I feel like there's already been a kind of change. I feel like before it was all about the Kim K, Nicki Minaj bum, but now people just want a little help.
Yeah, people are doing the
For the Summer
tiny
Walker
BBL.
thing.
Yeah,
Walker
tiny
thing.
BBL.
That's the ones that I could appreciate. Do you know what I'm saying? When it's done, when it's sculpted well, rather than it looking downright fake.
But I think people are like, well, I'm gonna do it, might as well go all out,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Or the bum to thigh ratio needs to be correct.
I heard that.
We're underappreciated.
Yeah, I hear
The
it.
thigh area is lacking, isn't it? We need, if you're gonna do it, I don't even encourage it really, because like you're going to this much headache.
It's so
for a bum,
dangerous.
innit? And like,
It's so
at the end of
dangerous.
the day, man, them are gonna move mad. There's still no guarantee.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It's not
That's
going to
the
keep
thing.
anyone. It's not.
We need to, as a community, apologise to Leanne because the ick is trending, and she actually devised that word.
Oh, from Love Island girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. You give me the ick.
Yeah, when she first said that, did you get what she meant immediately?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I've never actually heard that phrase before,
But you
but
knew
I
exactly.
knew exactly
What
what
she
she was
meant.
talking about. Yeah,
What would you have called it prior to ick?
I would.
Getting on my tits. Or
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't know, I just
Give
don't
me the
like
creep.
him. I just don't like him
My
anymore.
spirit.
You're itching me.
Yeah, he's
My
making
spirit
me
not
itch.
text.
What did my
Jazz,
girl
my
say?
spirit not text.
Give me heebie-jeebies. What's
Heebie-jeebies.
Heebie-jeebies.
What would you guys call it?
I don't know, man. Bad vibes, isn't it?
Yeah, bad vibes. Bad vibes. You know, being bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
What gives you guys the ick?
Watching a film and you're not asking me questions about the film. We're watching the same film. This is my first time watching a film. You're asking me questions.
If you got long feet, it gives me the ick.
Long feet. Wait,
You
long
both-
long foot or leg?
Feet, foot.
Okay, feet. Sorry.
Yeah, like
So what
as
you
in
so what you
shoe
talking
size.
size 8 and above?
We both can't have long feet in this relationship.
So yeah, she's size 7. No,
It's
these are very common shoe
Bloody
sizes
hell.
though.
Yeah, that's literally like the average.
So do you look down at the feet and go, no? At least you're honest with what you want, Shah, I suppose. Superficial though.
problematic
It is.
happy over here.
It is. I ain't even gonna lie, but you know, like
No,
It's
but
just like a woman saying, "Yeah, I can't do short men."
but did you actually?
That is not the same.
No, that's always our rebuttal though. That's all we've got in our locker.
Yeah, that is literally all you have. Take away the short men thing. What do
No,
you
no,
have?
no, that's all we've got.
Nah, take it away. What do you
I
have?
stand with my short brothers, okay?
No, but I thought at
It's
least
easy for you to say.
I
I
thought
mean,
at
I
least
stand above them, but I stand with them.
I
innit?
thought at least you're gonna
I don't
say
even know this guy, to be honest.
men with small feet. You know, let's say guys size 4.
Yeah.
Size 4 feet.
Or size 6, where me and him can wear the same shoes.
I don't think that's bad, you know.
Oh, do you-
At least I can
Yeah,
get
I
him
love
the kids.
that.
The
No,
kids one.
even those conversations, so
I'll
I
buy him
think
bare
it's all,
shoes.
it's all about height. Like if you're like 6'2" and you got size 6 feet, brother, you're gonna fall over. Like,
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, like you could be a size 7, yeah, but if it's all in proportion, yeah, then cool. Like because more time you won't even know. Do you know what I mean? Without like, it's only if we have that conversation.
Yeah.
And I mean, like it's all fun and games right now, and how now that we're discussing it, like it's not like a huge thing. What gives me the real ick is like stuff like personal hygiene.
Okay, that's fair.
And like just being a bad character, just having like an awful spirit, just being
What do you
mean.
mean by bad character? Give
it's
us
something
an
you can't
example.
trust these
horrible,
before,
just
yeah.
like a horrible person. Like
if I see you, I want to burn sage. Like you give me the
Oh wow.
stay away.
Like,
But-
I have to have my incense burning nearby.
So you think they're a witch?
Not
Do you
yet,
know that-
but they got witch traits.
Yeah. Do you know like someone? Do you know? Have you ever met someone that's like horrible to everyone?
Oh yeah.
And it's like, why are you being like
Just
this?
heal, man. Like allow it, man.
Yeah, I hear that.
What's another one for me? Another ick. I don't like girls that gossip too much.
I mean, that's their bag.
But
Yeah,
guys
that
gossip
is
too.
literally our bag.
We can get to the Negroes after as well.
Okay.
But right now we're talking about you. Yeah, because it's like, what else you don't? I don't want to talk about everybody and everything. Like, allow me, please.
But you want to know.
I'm sorry.
No,
But that's how you don't know the
Supposed to be like,
information.
what's your 5-year plan?
I'm sorry, but that is my life.
It's
Gossiping.
gossip.
Yeah.
Oh, such and such liked my picture today. Or such
Yeah.
and such was in my DM.
Vic, I'm sorry, is that not our bag?
Oh wow, you even said ow.
Yeah, our. I'm bringing you
Vic was
this
trying,
as well.
because we're doing social distance, trying to distance herself more.
She's like, the views.
It's like, if you want to speak about you,
I'm
She was
joking.
even quiet. She was even quiet. Yes, us. Our.
No, yeah.
join Enterprise.
Yeah, go on then.
Join Enterprise, go on.
We'll share it. We'll share it.
But we saw a thread, and what did the girl say? The girl said if he brings an umbrella, and she said, and if the umbrella blows away, like goes inside out, she said it's over.
Do you know what it is, yeah? I will give the women their credit, yeah? That their
A lot of them
tweets
were
were funny. See,
Yeah.
something like that, yeah, it's hilarious because, like, you're mocking man them straight through.
Yeah.
But it's true. How you letting the wind blow you?
Bro, like, you can't fight nature. Like, what do you mean?
It's true.
Because
Nah, if
I've
you've got
been
an
there.
umbrella,
I'll be
yeah.
fighting it. I'll be fighting. I'll be like, yeah, it's done.
If you've got an umbrella, yeah, please don't let it be flimsy in it. Because more time, just get the one with like proper strength. You know
Yeah,
them
the
ones
Sports
like
Direct
you know
one.
like the double
Oh,
layered
the
ones that you
Sports
see the city
Direct,
dons,
yes.
the ones that the city dons have.
Yeah.
Like the financial Twitter,
Yeah,
they have
expensive.
those expensive.
Because I was gonna buy one, but I was like, this is not worth it.
Yeah, no one's spending mad money on umbrella until it happens to you realize why people spend money on umbrellas.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but yeah, the women's speak. What did you say? If you got a raincoat, like, or no, if you're shivering in the cold, like,
That's deep.
that's
Yeah,
so
a lot of
bad.
them were
Why-
just
one,
wicked.
one said if he carries a portable charger, and I was
Yeah.
triggered. I was like,
But
bruv,
what is wrong with that?
I'm like, what's wrong with that? Like,
There's
man,
nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong, but it's funny.
yeah,
No,
it's
it's
funny. It was
funny.
funny. It was funny.
I don't. I think what gives me the ick, yeah. I think if I'm cold and you don't give me your jacket, I just feel like
I mean,
You're
that's
not
just
thoughtful.
someone. That's just someone with bad vibes.
I just feel like
No common courtesy, like, has
But
been
in,
applied.
but in the defense, so I give you my jacket. What do I do now?
I don't care.
Bruv, like, be a
you
man.
affirm it.
Be a man.
I understand.
firm
but
it.
I'm now a cold man.
Put your hands inside your shirts.
That would give you the ick. Why has only got no arm? Man's got my hands on What? And the worst thing about it is, why do you check the weather? Why are you out here jacketless?
Yeah, because
Because
the titties are
we
sitting
were trying
today.
exactly
You need to see
because
it.
we're trying to look good.
And that's fantastic. Be cold, have the tits out. I need the aesthetic, innit? So this is great for me. I'm gonna stay warm. You got your backs out, innit? Everyone's winning, innit? So
What gives you the ick, Jazz?
Oh, I actually didn't think about it. Hold on, come back to me. I'll think.
Someone said like, it gives them the ick when he's got no hose.
What? No, some girls.
Why?
This
Is,
one-
she's
this
like,
one
why
said,
doesn't no one want you?
Yeah.
no, but
No, I hear that.
I
I see
see
that.
Taylor earlier. There's a Breakfast Club interview where she talks about that, like like, right, you ain't got no hoes. Like, what kind of man are you? Like,
You don't get
Nah,
you don't garner any
Oh.
interest.
yeah.
Do you know what? I find that fucking hilarious, but also very extremely fucked.
Yeah.
It's so
It is.
Do you
fucked.
understand it, even though it's a little bit warped?
I understand
Possibly to
it,
you.
but I understand it, but it's just like I know that girls will literally be like, he's not talking to anyone, or he's just too nice, or he's too
So something must be
Yeah.
wrong. He's a
Yeah.
psychopath.
yeah. Like they want the love and hip hop.
Oh, I have
I'm being
mine.
so serious.
Yeah, they do want.
I
love and
mean,
hip-hop.
Aisha Curry wanted like her to be a bit more DMable, like. you
What
know,
Aisha? Do you know what? Yeah.
She wanted to be a bit more sexy. Like, why ain't no one DMing me? And I'm like, bitch, you've got a husband right
And
there.
Yeah.
Nah, she
Hey,
needs
that bitch is
to.
a bit strong, bro. Relax.
I'll never forget. A few years ago, she tweeted something like, "All the girls like to show yash
Yeah.
and titties or something like that." And she was just like, "Me, I like to keep it all for my man."
Yeah.
It's like, sis.
And now it's funny that now she
Now
wants to
the
be an
titty,
Insta baddie.
Exactly.
But if people always want what they don't have, or
FOMO,
what looks
innit?
appealing, it's
Yeah.
like we don't know the truth and outside life. But on paper, you married, you got the
got a
house, you
perfect
got the
life.
life.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like the girl next door, the church girl. Like you've got the life in it, but she wants to be deemed sexy to everybody
Yeah,
else.
she wants to be
Yeah.
bad B.
And you were doing that in the middle of like high season, man. You don't
During the
dribble.
playoffs.
Like we don't need to DM you. You don't dribble. Can you shoot a free? If you can do that, we might DM you. But right now,
Well, if it was during the high season or basketball shot, maybe it was like a press thing. Maybe they wanted promo.
but for
Who's
what though?
I
they?
don't know. Maybe the camp.
No, I think
I don't know.
I think she was just moving mad.
Yeah.
I
I mean-
usually just think
And
that's
it
what
is.
it was.
If I'm being, I can understand like being like like the cool girl all the time, but like you don't garner that. Like guys don't
Yeah.
say you're pretty or you're nice, you're wholesome, but they
You're
don't.
cute.
You're cute. They don't call you sexy or I want to smash your back door. They don't look at you like that, innit?
Mm.
And maybe it's a part of it is because of just her how she looks. The fact
think
that
people wanna be
she's
desired.
married. She's not. She's a nice looking.
People want to be
lady.
desired, innit?
Yeah, people
Yeah,
are excited.
no,
Yeah.
Regardless.
that's absolutely fair. I get what she means about having DMs, but it's just like I think people have so much respect for him, maybe
Yeah.
that they're just like, no, like that's wifey,
man,
like
that's
that's
wife, innit?
you know, she won't even look at the DM.
Mm.
I wonder how he
And
took
also,
that.
like, what's the likelihood of you really getting that person? If someone's so high profile, that's what I'm saying.
But guys be shooting their shot.
Yeah, you just trust her as
Yeah.
well. That's true.
Guys that her husband knows probably trying to shoot their shot.
No, but see, after that, if I'm an opposing player, I'm definitely sending you basketball emojis in a DM. With
Wow.
cupcake emojis. Well, you like to cook, yeah?
Remember that time
Cupcake?
when was it Kevin Garnett? He
Lord
was
of
taunting
Jesus.
Carmelo Anthony about Lala,
Yeah.
and man pulled up outside the dressing room.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Man
this is-
waited for him out
yeah.
after the game. Man's waiting for you outside.
Because I'm an opposing
I
player. I
respect that
need something
energy.
to get you off your game now, innit? Your wife is out there saying that she wants to be, even though it's not what she said, this is how the streets took it. She wants men to desire her, innit? So right now, I'm going to desire her to throw you off.
Bloody
desires.
hell.
Sick.
So,
Proper
desires.
sick. Yeah, I have my ick.
Okay.
It is when you try to impress me, and I know that sounds a bit weird.
Jazz.
Judge, you are giving me the ick right now.
No,
Isn't
okay,
that- Isn't that
okay,
what
let me-
he's supposed to be doing?
okay.
Land it.
Yeah, let me land.
Bit of turbulence, but land. Go off, sis, go off.
Okay, so there was this guy. So at the time I was driving a Golf. So I think when he saw the Golf, he probably thought, "Oh, she likes cars, whatever. She likes drive or whatever. Cool." So there's a road by
Let
my
her land, bro.
there's a road by my sister's house that is like, it's like a road where you have to, keep pulling in to let other cars through. And then there was a time he said, "Oh yeah, I was going down that road and I was having a race with a car." And he was driving a van at the time. So I said, "So you're having a race in your van with a car?" And he said, "Yeah, it was an Audi or whatever." And I'm like, "You can't race down that road because it's
Not
literally-
safe.
It's a narrow road.
with
There's
your
o-
wide van.
yeah, with your van. So you have a van and you're going down this narrow road and you're racing with an Audi." And I said, "So who won?" He said, "Me, I won." Da, da, da. And I said, "The ick is there
Yeah, I get you.
The ick
Yeah,
has
yeah,
arrived.
yeah.
and it's dead."
But
Because number one, you're a liar.
Yeah,
Number
and
one, you're a
yeah.
liar.
yeah.
Like what?
And,
a
and you're
type-
trying to tell me about my sister's road that your van could fit there next to an Audi. I said, "You know what? It's done."
You're
I
just
thought it
weird.
was-
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought
you're-
it was
you're
Vin
whack.
Diesel, you know.
Yeah, you thought I was Vin Diesel.
You had me for a second, but I'm back now.
Yeah.
You landed the plane.
Like,
Yeah.
Do you know what? Do you know what gives me the ick when guys go, that's my boy, you know. Oh, I know, like, let's say Storm's on, you know, I know Storm, we go back, you know.
Oh, name
yeah,
dropping.
Yeah, we go
Yeah,
back.
but you don't do that as
but
well.
But they
There'll be a
don't.
rapper on TV. Oh yeah, I know Courtney. You don't fucking know.
I do.
Why you giving
Nah.
me
Got government.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling
I
you,
know
if a
him
girl
when
says she
man are
knows
fighting.
someone, she knows someone.
I love when girls drop the government. Tell them that you know him, sis.
Yes.
Tell him.
Yes.
When man are fighting and that, like
Outside the dance.
outside the dance.
Femi, stop. Femi. I know him.
He'll only listen to me.
Oluwa Fems.
This is how
Olu-
women.
Olu-
This is how
Fems.
women catch strays. Just
When
leave
the
the
heat of
Donnies
battle
to
when you're shouting, stop shouting.
like, I know him. He'll only listen to me.
And you know some girls do that and they get hit in the battle. Oh, it always breaks my heart when that happens.
Yeah, don't hit in
Sis.
the melee, man. Stay away. Man. Let the man
Yeah,
fight,
because
man.
when men are fighting, they black out in it. So anyone could get. It's like,
It's not safe, you know.
ain't safe, man.
Not safe in the streets.
What's your ick, Vic?
Oh yeah, I said about like when guys think they. But even if it's just like on a local level, they're like, oh yeah, I'm boys with so and so, and then you say, oh, do you know?
It's like, that's in your source. So if I'm the girl, I might as well go link so and so then.
I'll be like, yeah. I'll be like, yeah. I know Vic. She's verified. Come on, she's got
But I
a blue
actually
tick.
am.
Come on.
Yeah,
Got a blue
exactly.
tick and that.
She's verified in here.
Come on.
She's
Actually on Instagram too.
Jeez.
Speaking of which, like you lot, you know, black beautiful queens and that.
Thanks.
Is like the DMs mad for you lot.
No, but I
There's
get.
some lies in this house. There's some lies in this house.
Do you know what it is with me and DMs? As soon as I get something, I delete it straight away. You know, I told you this.
Ah,
Yeah.
Because I get pissed off because I'm like, number one, you probably know I have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And number two, I don't.
But they might not.
I don't give a shit. Delete.
no, wait, sorry. They probably know you have a boyfriend. How?
Well, if I've put him on my story, or it might be someone I know in real life,
Oh,
and they probably know,
Okay.
so I just delete. Or I'll just delete straight
You
away.
just don't want any unwarranted
Yeah,
attention. Like, stay over
at
there.
all.
This is for business purposes only.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mess about with stuff like that. Or I'll get guys who will instead of commenting on my picture, they'll DM it to me, delete.
What, you want me to
What-
say
what-
things in the open forum?
Yes,
Why
for
do
the
they do
world to
that, by
see.
the way? Why
Let's
do they
personalise
why
the
do they
situation.
I hate
DM
when
you
we do-
your
you
picture?
know why.
You know why.
I know why. That's why I deleted
You
it.
know why,
Man, I'm-
man.
No, but
I'm not
what,
trying to ruin
what,
man's
what does
market.
it
I'm
what
not,
does
I'm
it
not
mean?
trying to play in the pig pen. The guys in the comments are the thirsty, sourceless brothers.
no,
I'm
no,
not
no.
trying to be
No,
with the unsullied. Let me do my thing, innit? So let's take this over here in the corner. I like you. Let's like each other in DM.
Women hate things that they know the answer to. You know?
No,
you know the answer.
no, but why?
That gives me the ick. You lot-
Why
stop
don't
asking
you
me stupid
just?
questions.
If that's what you're gonna do, why don't you just DM me and say you're looking nice here? Or why?
Nah.
Why are you
This current
sending me
post-
my picture?
th-
why
yeah,
are you sending
this-
me my picture?
Hey, listen.
This is your 5 a week.
So you guys
this is your
send
5
pictures
a week.
to
This
girls.
current.
No,
this-
I'm speaking for the community here.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We're just
okay.
trying to rationalize the thought process
Yeah.
behind it.
Come on, my brother.
Okay, I see.
You know, cufflinks in the building.
RNA. So no DMs for you, Vic. No DMs for you, Jazz.
No, I've had one that was like weird, and I was just like, I think you're a creep. Because they no, the reason why is because they only had one picture on their thing, and it almost seemed like a Hackney's Finest account. I can't explain
One
it,
of
but
them meme accounts.
yeah, it seemed like
Okay.
that, and they were just like, "Oh, I'd love to take you out." Da, da, da. I said, "Sorry, I'm seeing someone."
That person's psychopath. That's how you
And
get
and then yeah, exactly. And then he was like, "I'll send you a picture." He said, "Is it because you can't see my picture? I can send you one." I said,
How
I
about
just
put
aired.
it on
and,
your-
and then
on
he
your
came,
feed?
and then he came back and he said, "Oh, so you're airing me?" And I just said,
You're even nice for
I just
continued
deleted.
conversation.
"Yeah." I said,
abort.
"I said abort."
Yeah.
But
abort
you know,
mission.
And then he came back when I posted. I said, "You know what?
You got
Was you
blocked.
looking fire though?
he was.
I think I was."
I mean,
Yeah.
Do you know? But do you know?
me understand.
Do you know that trend though? How it started and how it's going.
Oh yeah.
Some girls.
Did I just say yeah?
I love when Vic just goes, yeah.
You know, some girls they have.
What is that?
What's that noise? I keep thinking it's me. Some girls have replied to the weirdest DMs, like guys being like for example, that Quake. What's the Donny from
Quavo.
with the what did he say?
Yeah.
No, but they.
With the
Okay, sorry,
snowflake
that's
thing.
not a good example because he's rich. That's not a good
Yeah.
example. But I've seen DMs like
But no one received no snowflakes.
I didn't get.
I mean,
those.
after that,
The
all the
emojis.
Glacier boys were sending.
Did you guys send snowflakes?
I didn't.
No.
Missed
I
opportunity.
received one though.
Oh, well done.
I didn't know what to do next.
You're supposed to send the soup emoji.
The soup.
Soup.
What does that mean?
That's what Sweetie sent to Quavo.
What does the suit mean?
Quavo.
Quavo.
At this point, it's not mistakes, they're remixes. Vic, I stand with you. Voulez-vous?
I'm not too sure. Esther from No Shade broke it down. I think she had a promo for a song that was involving Soup.
That was just their thing. That wasn't a weird DM. There was a reason.
Yeah,
they both know
yeah.
what they were doing when they were DMing each other like that. So,
She's
but yeah,
good
there are weird DMs. So it is interesting when people screenshot. So I know what you mean. So you'll find out. So they're how it started to be a weird DM conversation.
Yeah.
And how it's ended is like they're married and got
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
But you look like, how did you go from this conversation?
Yeah, how
But
did it
obviously there's no
progress?
context. You may have been seeing each
Yeah.
other on the gram. You may have liked each other. So there's even my next door neighbor. It's her nephew. It's her nephew. He's
Let me get Brent.
Yeah.
What's that?
You're gonna get him.
Yeah, I'll get him.
Operating system's just having a Mazzoline.
Sounds like Windows.
So I can see wait for Jazz.
Yeah, sure thing. No. You
Cool.
Okay, yeah,
Cool. So my next door neighbor, her nephew. I don't know if it's girl store or baby mother.
Okay.
I don't know if we're allowed to say those terms. Mother of child.
Mother
Is
of
that better?
child.
Mother
Yeah.
of child. Yeah. She shared their conversation on like I think it's a screenshot of like Facebook. So it's like I think he messaged her like, "Oh, you add me, you weirdo." And she's like, no.
Oh, I saw that
Yeah.
one.
Not knowing now they've
think I
got
saw
child in
that,
that.
yeah.
So some people like a little bit toxic.
Yeah, they do. But I've seen ones where it's like kindly follow back,
Kindly follow back.
and they're married.
That's nice. That's a nice request. That's not
But
crazy.
when people see that, the weird noise is not gonna come on cue.
We all good, Brent? Okay, cool. We good then. Yeah. No technicals. We good. Don't worry, Brent isn't sabotaging you. Good.
Yeah, it's true. I always forget that you're a what's it? Devil's advocate.
Who?
Is it devil's? What's that? What when someone just is looking to start trouble? Not start trouble. What's the word I'm looking
Troublemaker might be what you're looking for.
Troublemaker.
Yeah,
An antagonist.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what Brent is. Lovely lad though.
Antagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely lad though. I can't remember what we're talking about.
We were talking about how it started, how it's going, or how it's ended.
Yeah, but I just see some of the DMs and I'm like, I would never apply to that. And now look, they're married.
But different strokes, different folks, isn't it? So
Fat Dons wanted how's it starting? How's it going us to death?
Who?
With their their weight loss journey.
Oh,
The
I love
big
that.
dons.
That's cute. Love that. Let's
you
keep
can tell
going.
Big Brother's still a little bit toxic.
I'm like,
no, but you know, you got they've done well. If you
And
got
also
like
do it for the
£100,
retweets.
nah, but you know when you see it like on a quarterly basis.
Oh yeah,
I get
but
it,
you
bro.
know that's some people's brand
No, it's a brand, yeah.
to grow
Because,
following.
Like, they might be now
Yeah,
doing the PT thing, so it's to inspire, motivate, get new
Yeah, but-
clients.
You can't show me how's it going pic from 2019.
Okay.
And bearing in mind, we've been
Update your progress.
We've been in lockdown, innit? So show us your belly now.
Show
Yeah,
the real.
Yeah,
Update your progress, innit?
Yeah. Okay, fair.
Update it.
You lot are really sick.
No, be fair to the public. And
No,
you're
I
selling
actually
them
agree.
past dreams. What show us your stomach
Yeah,
now?
yeah, I agree with that.
This is
Do you
man
know,
specific, by the way.
like, before and after pics, for me, sometimes they're a bit iffy.
Yeah, it's true.
They're very deceiving. So
Yeah.
when I talk to PTs, they get a lot of the men and women to obviously be in black in the second one, 'cause that's quite slimming as a color. So usually being like in a light
Fresh
colour
after
first
a
one.
workout, they've got a haircut all of a sudden.
There'll be certain little things that you'll notice. You're like, okay, cool. That's part of the reason why. Like I saw Busta Rhymes posted his recent.
yeah, I
program.
saw that.
Yes,
I didn't realize he was
amazing.
that big.
Not
but-
that time.
Neither did I. I really
He
did.
really had an uncle belly.
And if
looks
I'm not
like a
careful, I
Congolese.
might be looking at Busta's, so I need to get back in this.
But he had the belly my dad did.
Yeah.
So
He
when I
looks
was,
like a Congolese.
Yeah, so you got to send in WhatsApp. Shoot, see, look at your age mates.
yeah,
Look what they're doing.
because when I was 10, I think I said it on the podcast. Someone said to me, "Is your dad pregnant?"
Wow.
Nah, you got to swing.
Did you fight on your dad's behalf?
Huh?
Did you back it for your family name?
No, because I didn't say anything. I was like, "What kind of weird question is that?" Then my dad was getting something from the car,
And
like
the
he was-
belly was...
And the belly was poking out. Little Buddha belly. The thing is, we've got this thing where like you can body shame men in it. Like we just leave women alone. Men, you can get these jokes in it.
You know what? It's just like you don't clock things about your family because you're just around them,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah,
Yeah, like this
So
is
it's just your
normal.
normal.
Yeah, that's like raw.
What about you guys? Are you guys getting DMs from the cuffettes?
Cafettes. That's listen.
Cuffettes,
She went
you
out and
know?
prepared that one. I
Yeah.
like that one.
Yeah.
That's what you did when you
I went to
out.
recharge. Yeah, I was thinking, what can I say? Yeah.
Nah, man.
Nah, man, we just, you know...
You sound like such lies. No, man.
Exactly.
Nah.
What do
we-
your listeners move to you?
Nah, they just tell us that they enjoy our content. That's what they
Why are
do.
you laughing like that? Maniacal laughing.
Yeah, laughing way too hard, bro.
Yeah,
What's
you're
going
laughing
on?
bare hard.
No, because I looked in his eye, yeah, even though he's not lying, I was like, bro, make this more convincing.
No, they
Okay, no, they
they
just
reach
fucked
out
with
to
it, yeah.
us and they just.
No, that's the good
like,
thing
oh,
about
yeah,
podcasts. Like, and I would say if you're listening, and if you find us today, thank you. If you've heard us from us before, I like that approach. Like, jump in the DM, say you enjoy our content. I love when people obviously publicly on like the timeline use our hashtag. That's great. That helps our visibility. I mean,
It
create
really
a nice
does help.
community.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people that like would DM me like, I love this, or I was listening to this, and this
No,
was
don't
funny.
DM me. Tell him. Say it on
Yes.
Twitter.com.
No, of course I want that. But
that's
I like
what
that
I
as
like
well.
to stress the most.
Yeah.
I'm like engagement. Yeah, don't tell
Publicly.
me. Like, don't
Why
tell
are you
me.
ashamed? Say it to the world.
Yeah, I'm like, I lie.
No, but I understand it because like oh, I
If it's
found you and,
sensitive,
like,
shot. If it's
Yeah,
sensitive
sometimes
stuff, yeah,
or,
yeah.
like if we ever ask for like dilemmas, questions, people want to say anonymous. I get that, but I don't mind if you want to DM me. DM, I like that. You know, I like that interaction. Because
I like
also-
both.
Yeah, I don't shy away from the one-to-one interaction.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'd like
Also
it to be
engage.
discussed. Like you know, so
You guys are doing it for a while. 5 years.
yeah,
Yeah, 5+ years now.
yeah.
How do you think podcasting has gone, and like, what's the changes you guys have seen over the years?
I think it's gone well, and it's in terms of like how many podcasts out there. There is definitely a scene we're growing. In fact, we've all interacted, and we've now sat down with each other. I like the fact that there are options. So there may be a certain style that you have for your podcast. Your audience might not reflect our audience. I could name a whole list of podcasts that cater to different things for different people. From sex positive podcasters, Black British Experience, to football podcast. There's true.
Oh, you're
crime,
dropping
there's
out a bit,
documentaries.
Foles.
Like, there's-
Yeah, get your
Yeah.
mic a little bit closer.
Sorry, okay. So there's a lot more options. I think that's good. What was the other question you asked me in regards to?
I don't even know what I asked.
Would you ask me where that's actually going? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
where
asking?
it's
Sorry,
going.
yeah. I think the next phase is just more money and people knowing the business side of podcasting. So we've seen people get signed, and whether that's to or with brands, I don't know the intricacies of everyone's details, but like finding that pot of gold for the effort and work we're putting out, because a lot of us are, however you want to look at it, we're content creators. We obviously enjoy what we're doing, we're having fun, but you're providing content. A lot of us, we have people engaged with our audio at least for an hour and a half, 2 hours plus. In music terms, like, we are killing them.
Yeah, definitely.
Like the fact you can keep people's attention for that long.
Keep them on the
That
app.
is that
Yeah.
that isn't an easy feat. There has to be money in that, because a lot of these bigger corporations are eating off this, innit? We're providing stuff for them, so it's just finding for your audience where is a pot of gold for you, or whatever makes sense for you, innit? You know, some
But-
people think it's not going to be the highest of heights.
Yeah.
Whatever you're comfortable with, at least go and get paid something with it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
working with brand sponsorships, do something that's gonna, you know, at least make it make sense for all the effort you're putting in.
And I think,
No, go on.
And I think with the whole brand association thing, it provides another look for you, or the perception of how you're doing or what the podcast actually is. Because I can sit here and say, you know, it only started picking up for us when we started to align with other things, or if we were getting featured somewhere. I think our first feature was on the Apple podcast app,
The Black Experience.
Black Experience, and then, you know, friends are like, oh, like, that's dope, you know, how's it going? Whereas like before, it was just a hobby. It was just seen as a hobby.
How's
to
that little
some,
radio
yeah.
thing?
Yeah, how's your little radio thing going?
Why did they add the little? You got your podcast isn't even little.
It is. I've gone through little moments where I'm like, I don't like that. I just think they don't. Maybe people don't understand it, so they're just trying to rationalize what this thing is, isn't it? And what's the easiest thing to compare it to is radio. And obviously, because you do it independently,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
of
on a
course.
big platform. In comparison, it is little, innit? But obviously, large up yourself, never small up yourself.
Yeah.
That's my mantra, innit? So
Yeah, and you know, it's been going great, and there's obviously been an influx of a lot of podcasts coming into the game, and obviously with us doing it for 5 and a bit years, we've seen podcasts being created and they haven't followed through for, you know, personal reasons, obviously only known to them.
yeah,
It's hard to do this thing on a consistent basis,
Yeah.
especially like for a number of years. It's like, you know, and some people join forces not by being friends, just by knowing each other on social media, and you know, things don't work out because you don't actually know each other. You know, so it just depends on like both parties. If you're gonna do this podcast thing with other people, just if you are both on the same page, have the same goal, then you're going to start seeing things like move forward for you. You're going to create a level of consistency. But if not, then I would say it's a recipe for disaster. There needs to be some sort of like togetherness when doing it.
I think we need to look out for ourselves on the lower end. Like I said, we're all a big fucking deal. Yeah, that's how we in this room. But we can see what's going on with regards to like the celebrity podcast. It makes sense. If I was at the top end, that is just the most thing that makes the most sense, isn't it? But what does that mean for the rest of us that are still working our way up? You know, you're gonna get, if Michelle Obama's got a podcast and she's now in your drop there and your audience caters to her, you're competing.
Spotify be emailing me every day, boy.
No, and also
like
it's
Michelle Obama.
Yeah, and it's not just like
notifications.
that was just like that's just like the first example. Like
I'm like,
you get, it doesn't always work as well. It's just a funny thing in it, but like you get suggested that one. So if you're taking in podcasts from like Spotify per se, you might not know of all the great podcasts that started in SoundCloud. So you're missing out a whole backlog of audio and great content over here. You're only someone that maybe listens to the most obvious playlist. So like they're meeting them where they are, and people want stuff that's easy and digestible. And so if Spotify suggested this to me, I'm probably going to check it out. What does that mean for people that are trying to start out? So it's like trying to cultivate your audience away from all that noise. So your mailing list, having your Instagram, you lot do the lives. I know you did a live show recently online, like doing all those things. So like, because I've been there when Twitter and Instagram shuts down, people almost like move like they're going like, oh my God.
Yeah.
What happens if those things go away?
Yeah.
What have you got in place? Because all our stuff is sitting in their hands. Yeah. Like the internet can fail you one day. You know? Not to scare everyone, but like I'm just saying for us, and that's like in terms of like how I see and maybe where we can do some work and just kind of be on the ball a bit more. Is like I wouldn't want all of us that have like, even if you're only getting 500 plays a week on an app, that's amazing. It's amazing. You're providing something over there, and that has helped build that platform to the point where they can then go and sign a such and such. Yeah. Because with that work you've done for years, you fed this algorithm, you fed this app, you fed them with your work, your blood, sweat, and tears. And yeah, business is business, isn't it? It just is what it is. But what can you do for yourself so that you get something out of this as well? Yeah, definitely. That's the other end for me, innit? So like, I want us to kind of share more information as much as we can do. I get it. If you haven't got relationships, you don't know people like that, you might not know how to start those conversations. But as a lot of us build, share that information. Okay, cool. What's the rate over there? Okay, this is what they're offering. This was happening currently. I've had these conversations behind the scenes. If you ain't signed an NDA, then keep it real to the streets. Let us know what's happening in it. Like, tell us, innit? And it might not be me and Van specifically, but like your direct network. And I feel like a lot of, in regards to you guys' space, like the black women especially, there's a big lane for you, innit? So we need to make sure that everybody eats as much as possible.
I think there's a lane for black men as well.
No, there definitely is. There's always been a space for men. But I'm saying like, even if it's not genuine, there's the protect black women, or we want to amplify black voices and women's voices. So like, people know what they want to. I think people are aware of what they need to do to be on the right side of history. So whilst that's going on, let's take emotion aside from it. Okay, what? So this is your boardroom. This is what you lot got going on. You don't have any black women on here. What's going on? They know they have to do that now. So let's ensure that the people that haven't been necessarily given the spotlight, the opportunities, and are deserving of it, get that in it.
Would you guys ever do like a like Chunks and Philly? Yeah. But like, hear me out. But like, in like, let's say with like, I don't know, like Spotify, or I don't know, Apple, and like you're interviewing, I don't know, who's got a new song, Heady One. Yeah. Because I really think you guys are really great with like dissecting music, like really, really good. I think you guys are the strongest people to do it.
You said it.
Yeah. You know the vibes.
You know the vibes. Yeah, you know
no, for reals. Like, I'm thinking, how do you guys even remember that? Like, you'll be saying, the hook from so-and-so's album,
Nas.
Vans
is 74, that's why.
Who remembers that?
He's old as fuck.
Are you seriously old?
Yes.
I'm 32.
That's not
You're
old.
not even old.
I just be killing him about
it. Yeah, okay, let's ask you guys.
I'm nearly there. I
he said, don't ask me no questions.
Vic,
this is why I dump on short niggas.
Give and take. So I ain't far off. But it's just because we genuinely love music, and that's part of the reason why we bonded. And that was part of the reason, a major reason why our podcast started. Yeah. So that's always going to be there. But definitely we have wider conversations, and I think like we was even speaking to like Brent off the record, and that he was saying that he appreciate what we're doing in regards to like the content. It's not just music, but that is our core in it. We're never gonna like shy away from that. So I'll be up for it. I've said on the podcast that I look at us, even though a lot of people probably look at like Chunks of Philly like a Black Ant and Deck. I said that we can feel a gap like that, but
Of course you can.
probably say the N word too much, so maybe I've got to start filtering that, and we can get that.
Oh, that's a quick
bag, innit?
fix.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a quick
quick
fix.
But I mean, sometimes niggas be nigging, man.
Plus, we got our Hive RNA.
Yeah. So you know, like I've got to feed the streets, man. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, do you know what it is? I think we're still a conservative place in terms of like what we can say and what people may listen to and be like, oh, well, they say this, so you know, it's a little bit different to
But
like.
you guys aren't problematic.
No,
We're not. But like in just terms of using the N word.
Okay, yeah.
Excessively, yeah. Like black content creators in the States, they'll be ringing that off like at hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, they can thrive in it. Whereas like with us, I think sometimes we need to.
We're in Britain, innit?
we're-
That's not necessarily a good thing. I understand some people like they don't like it. I don't push back on them, and I get it, innit? So I understand maybe like a trapping or fault of ours, but it's kind of one of those. It is what it is, innit? It's not gonna be. It's not always like that. But I just know when we're in our space, especially like if I'm in the room with myself, Vans, H, Sosa, I'm having one of those types of conversations, the word's gonna fly in it. But I like that you use them two as an example because I think they're doing amazing stuff. Chunks of Philly, like they've got like a nice like brotherhood. That's how people look at it.
They look out for each other as well.
And the thing is, it should just be like that. We shouldn't be championing it and like almost like, oh my god, like Philly really loves Chunks. We love each other, innit? And we should, innit? So like we've spoken about like showing affection to each other and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was maybe a few weeks back we was joking about like obviously I'm shorter than Vans, like hug me, bro, like put me in your chest, innit? Like let me know you love me, innit? Like a fist bump's cool.
Man wants to feel my heartbeat.
Yeah, come on, man.
That's what I said to Vic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When we were in lockdown, I missed her so much. I was just like, I want to actually feel your heartbeat when I hug you next
That
time.
was so long. I think that's the longest. No,
It's the longest we haven't seen each other in
a very long time.
a very long
Yeah, and
time.
I miss Vans during lockdown. I miss Sosa. I missed our routine as well because like the one good thing with the podcast is no matter where it goes to or not, is that at the bare minimum I get to see my guys once a week.
Yeah.
And then
Exactly.
we've had some like losses of people close, like RIP to Chad. Like that was a tough one to take. And like 2020 just been shit on that front. You've not been able to see a lot of the people that you love dearly, and then things like that happen. So it's almost like that conversation of what if or what was the last thing you said to them. So like those things are kind of tough. So it's been nice being back in the studio and having some level of normalcy, whatever that is, but like some level of normalcy. And hope we're in tier 2 at the minute.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's gonna happen next. I just I hope we can
Tier 3 pending.
Yeah, we can just kind of keep cracking on.
I was going to ask you, what's the next kind of step for Off the Cuff and the Cuffettes?
And the cufflinks.
That's a lot of questions, you know. The cufflinks.
Cuffettes.
You got options.
Off the cuff.
I'm just trying to say you have options.
Yeah. Vans, you wanna go first?
I just believe that we are still, obviously we've been going for 5 and a bit years. There's still a lot to do. There's still we're still expanding. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so even like the whole concept of cufflinks and cuffettes and RNA, it's a new concept that we've just tapped into, and that can bleed over into merch, and it will help our marketing and just stuff like that. Like, I think we're at a stage now where we need to start monetizing a lot more.
100%.
Just trying to center everything as our brand off the cuff, and just doing more things with what we have, and we've managed to build a very cool fan base. Like a lot of people do mess with us, so like we appreciate everything that we're getting, and it could lead on to like other things respectively, because we're still always going to have off the cuff, but then it could create an opportunity for Foles with what he wants to do, and then with myself and what I want to do outside.
Speak the things so the people here. What do you guys want to do?
Foles, you want to
secure the bag at all costs.
Okay.
Okay, but what we were
Ultimately,
after
yes.
is, do you want to get into writing? Do you want to get into music? Do you
What
want to
is
get
it?
into producing?
I would love to get back into writing because I was saying to Brent
amazing.
before we recorded that that's what I studied at university, journalism. So that's just something
Oh,
I've
I
got to
didn't
do.
know that.
Yeah, that's something I just got to do for myself.
Big up the
And there's nothing
journalism.
stopping me in doing it. I've just got to just do that myself. And like I look at people like Vic, someone like Jude Yorson. There's a lot of you like on the internet that like I I look at you with a lot of like, I'm really, really proud and like the fact you just keep cracking on.
What kind of things do you want to write about?
Culture, music, politics, every and anything. I'd love to write a book one day. So I think I've got some interesting theories.
Murky Books, are you listening?
Yeah, Murky Books.
Shout out to Murky Books, by the way.
Shout out to them, they're doing great work in the
last year.
community. So, and I see the receipts guys have got a book coming soon as well. So,
Yeah, shout out to
there's
the
that,
receipts.
there's that space, innit? Like I think that's a cool thing. That's something that was just at the core of me. I loved English as a subject growing up. I was always in the library and stuff like. It was cool. That thing was never weird. Or I never like, you got bullied for no. That was cool. That was wavy for me. I played football. I had my fights outside, but I like to go to the library. Like, and sometimes the library was ahead of all those things. The fight can wait. Listen, you want to punch me in the face, we'll get to it after. But I need to go to the library because I need to finish writing this poem, whatever. Like, I need to crack on in it. So that's where I see in terms of like what I want to do outside the podcast. I'd love to like leverage having this following to be able to do those things in it. So you asked.
You don't have to have a following to write.
No, I'm just saying like it would, in terms of like if I ever want to sell anything. I'm not gonna pretend I want to make money, bro.
Yeah.
So I want to do what I love. I would love to get paid for doing what I love at the same time. So
I want to get paid for being myself.
Yeah. That's a dream job.
On a Kylie Jenner thing.
Well, I mean, I guess that's essentially what we're presenting to anyone that listens to us, because I'm not anyone else apart from myself when I'm on the podcast. I don't shy away from anything. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I come on there and I try to give what essentially my day to day basically, like, or allow the listener to know who I am.
People buy into people, man. We're in that space. I don't. For some people, it's like it can be a bad thing, but like I think in the UK, not saying we have to emulate or mirror America, but we haven't really had that opportunity where, like, especially for black people, people are allowed to be themselves and get paid for it. We're getting new chunks and feelies. We're having podcasts and certain things and presenters and whatever, X, Y, and Z, certain influencers, but like getting to that space where you can be yourself, whatever that looks like online, and get paid for that. I think that is dope. And it's another avenue in regards to making money in it. So in regards to the podcast, just kind of echoing what Vans was saying, it's more just about growth now and just feeding our base and like making sure that all the good things they've said about us and why they follow us, we get to prove them right. I've been in this podcast for years. You guys are late. I love when I interact with any of our listeners and they say that and they're like, oh, you guys are late. I've been here from the beginning and they can see our growth. So like, if you're listening to this, please subscribe to YouTube channel. We're not far for 1,000 subscribers. We're quite late to doing YouTube, so we're growing that audience. And
YouTube is hard to do.
It's not easy. Hard. That's a different beast.
And the comments are wild. Yeah. Listen,
some of the video from like 10 months ago, we've been getting cooked, but keep watching.
Even our episode with you guys on.
Don't bring them. It's not their fault.
No. When we were talking about the Burna Boy album, Twice as Tall. The comments underneath that.
I didn't even read the comments because
the
I
worst
was
thing
like,
is, no, best thing for them is there was no mention of the girls in it. They were just cooking me and Vans.
These guys don't know what they're talking about.
The worst thing I was saying to Vans every day, there's one comment where someone agrees with us, but the Donny isn't from our community. So it almost invalidates his comment, even though, like, I'm like, someone's riding for us. But I looked, I was like, he's not a black.
Speaking of Chucks and Feely actually made a tweet yesterday saying he suffers from anxiety and he's going to see therapy. We want to talk to you guys about like mental health, especially with men, especially with black men. Like, have you guys had any experience with it, or do you feel comfortable talking about it?
I do. I've not. Technically, I have. So I had a mentor in secondary school at one point inside. Like, I had a little phase where I was quite angry and stuff. Things were going on at home, which I wasn't really communicating with anybody about. So I was like, you have outbursts, you're not realizing you're having fights loads. Obviously, I went to a boys' school, so that's part and parcel of the school experience, I feel, in it. If you haven't had a fight in a boys' school, did you really go in it? That's how I look at it. But I could be toxic.
Facts.
Yeah, so, but I was definitely lashing out and, like, it was spiraling where, like, my interaction with the teachers weren't healthy. Like, I was just flying off the handle, innit? And for whatever reason, there's a teacher who loved me. Shouts out to Mr. Ricks. I think he was a big part of, like, saying, okay, there's a mentor here. And like every Friday for me, I think about 4 to 6 weeks, I'd go for half an hour. And I didn't realize it at the time, but essentially I was getting therapy, possibly. I've not had any since then. It's something I definitely want to do because it's like relationships with my dad. Just sometimes I just need someone to like take the load off.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
I need someone to dump this rubbish, innit? Now you figure things out.
But do you feel like you can just be like, call your boy and just like offload? Or do you feel like, oh, I don't want to?
I can with Vans.
Mhm.
I can with Vans. I can with Sosa. I'm not gonna pretend like. Unfortunately, I do have people around me that I definitely can do that with, but it's in me to want to do that or feel comfortable to do that. So I'm not gonna act like I don't have it, but the issue is myself if I don't in it. So, and I've unfortunately or fortunately been the person that a lot of people kind of offload on. So like, where do I take that now when you've given it to me?
Yeah.
Do you find that exhausting though, that being that one
Yes,
person?
it's very exhausting. People don't realize that when like you're the and maybe we kind of like it. I don't know what that personality trait is, wherever you coined the phrase.
You
but
like being
the fixer.
that.
sometimes
the fixer.
I'm not. Maybe it's just me thinking about it now. Maybe I do like that. So you know, it's nice to have that. But
Basically, Foles is saying, check on your strong friend.
Yeah, for real.
Where does the go-to person go to when they need help in it?
Therapy.
You know,
That's where I'll be at.
Yeah, same.
You guys in therapy?
Yeah,
I'm starting therapy.
So you're starting
counselling.
therapy.
Yeah.
You're in therapy now, Vans.
Yeah, I got a therapist. I see my therapist fortnightly, on a fortnightly basis. So
Are they black?
yeah,
Oh, amazing.
black woman.
Do you prefer it or was it your decision?
When I was seeking out a therapist, I wanted to explore that avenue with someone that was black. I just wanted a sense of comfortability. Comfortability.
I can't save you.
Hey,
Hey, mess up, mess up.
Let me just say a sense of comfort. Yeah,
Yeah.
just to
Yeah,
make
go
it
on.
easier.
Yeah.
Because already me seeking therapy was a vulnerable decision. Anyways, it was taking myself out of my comfort zone,
Yeah.
letting somebody else in that I don't know at all. And with therapy and with therapists, they'll ask you questions that will really push you to a place that you've never been before. So like I can always speak to Foles, for example, with issues going on in my personal life, and you know, he's obviously going to do the best that he can to offer the type of advice, or even if he doesn't have advice, he'll just listen.
But I
which
ain't
is-
qualified.
Which is
That's just the truth.
appreciative, because you always want to know that you can turn to someone that's close to you and speak without judgment, because that's essentially what it is. You want to speak to, because I've got loads of friends, but I'm not going to speak to everyone about my issues, because I know that being your friend, I know about your characteristics, and I'm not, if you're one of my judgmental friends, I'm not going to come and tell you about certain things, because it's like, I know exactly what you're going to say, and that's
Or the
not what I
Mr.
need.
Fix It friend. And they don't mean
Yeah.
any harm by that, but
Yeah.
like maybe, and I've been like that as well. Like I'm
Always
quick-
trying to
yeah.
give solutions, and
Yeah.
that's
I've
not
been
always.
told off for. I
yeah.
didn't come to you for you
Yeah.
to fix my
Yeah.
problem. Just shut up and hear me out, innit?
Yeah,
Like,
just listen to me, and
just listen, innit?
yeah, and what I found with my therapist is just like, she really, you know, gets me to that place. Like, I think it was my first session with her, and I was finding myself almost coming to tears, and I was like, let me log off the Zoom right now. I was like, let me lock this off right now, because like this is crazy. But I felt like the weight off after that session, and it was like it immediately made me look forward to the next one. And I was like, wow, why have I been waiting for so long? You know, so
did you start in lockdown?
yeah, yeah, and it's something that I definitely recommend. You know, at least try it. If you find out later on down the line that it's not for you, that you don't like it, then cool. At least you tried, innit? Because what I want to do is dispel the stigma that you know, seeing a therapist comes with, especially within our community amongst black men. Because I remember a few years back, a friend of mine was going through some issues, and I recommended that to him, and he got offended by it, and I was just like, rah, like I'm just, I can't help, but maybe someone else can, someone that is a professional.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there it is, man. It took me this long to you know, try it out, and I'm enjoying it so far.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm still yet to go. I'm still a bit shook, but maybe.
Yeah,
just
give
just
it a go.
try it. Yeah.
And it can be costly as well. Like,
yeah,
let me,
definitely.
you could do the NHS thing, innit? Like, you could do that.
Yeah, but I want my
free.
therapist to drip. I ain't trying to get the free
Oh my gosh.
You want your therapist with the bust down?
Yeah, man, let me know that this thing
Finished.
is working, bro. Because, let me show me something in it for me to believe in it. I need to know this makes sense.
Did I have the pen with the rhinestones?
Yeah. Show me something, man. Let me see something, innit?
Do we even have that much time left?
I don't
Don't
know.
even know.
You're closer to the
Double
But I
check.
don't know. I feel like these girls
Yeah,
are
shout out
waiting.
Spencer if
Yeah, he hasn't like
Don't-
he's walked.
just-
No,
Okay.
no, but do you know what he
He
does?
hasn't come through.
okay.
Like,
What
he
he's
starts
coming now.
walking.
He's coming now.
Okay, he starts
Don't
walking
look
by.
at him.
should ask him.
How good are we for time, Brent? The ladies wanted to ask. They didn't want
Are we
to
on-
upset you.
Yeah,
Deceiving outside, to be honest. But
What?
that's your problem.
Ben's winding you up, man.
Go outside.
Pardon?
Deceiving outside.
Saying, "Catch me outside." How
Yeah.
about that?
But they don't know that.
Are you being serious?
I don't even know.
No, I told them that whatever you guys run over, I'll just add on to them.
Yeah, so you're
Okay,
basically
okay.
you're good. We're here. We're podding.
Okay, okay.
Listen, you got us for as long as you need, Vic. Get all the gems.
Pardon?
How long should you say to them? 15 maybe?
I
don't know, but it
I need to wee as well, so they're gonna catch me outside.
Okay.
Should we continue about Jazz, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, let's continue real quick because I wanted to talk about actually.
Shut that door. Sorry.
Yeah, before we leave, before we get onto Black Excellence, I wanted to talk about NSARS and what's happening in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Because we didn't touch on it last week. But yeah, as you guys know, I'm Nigerian, Yoruba, and what happened on the 20th? There was a
20th, yeah.
massacre.
Yeah.
Lekki Tollgate.
Yeah, at least 12 people died at the
Probably
hands
more.
of the government. And I feel like I'm going to get upset, but it just pisses me off that people are seeking just fundamental rights,
Yeah.
human rights, and they're being killed for that. And I think what annoys me is I know that, gosh, I'm getting emotional, but I just feel like people don't care.
It caught me the other
Yeah.
day, innit? Put it this way, I was cutting onions in the house. It caught me in it. The tears caught me in it. So you're good.
It annoys me because I feel like because Nigeria is so stereotyped, so corrupt,
Yeah.
it's so bad, people are just like, they don't really care, just like,
It's almost like it's
roll your expected.
sleeves up and just kind of firm it and deal with it. No people should be peacefully protesting
Yeah.
and go out in that fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Peacefully protesting. We had a lot of us to watch it on DJ Switches live.
Yeah.
That was where a lot of us saw what was happening. And you've got the army out. So NSARS, I don't know if your audience, if they're aware, so it was a special anti-robbery unit which was brought into place a few years back. Initially, and I think for a good cause, to kind of stamp out armed robberies, which is a problem
Yeah, it is.
in Nigeria. What then happened is due to corruption, mismanagement of money, people not getting paid. Those different theories on my end as to why they then started stereotyping. So you have, if you look like Naira Marley, basically, you're going to get stopped.
Yeah.
If your hair is highlighted, you got a high top, like I've gotten, it may be blonde, orange, whatever color, you're getting stopped. If you're driving a nice car, you're getting stopped.
Even
just in the
iPhone,
market,
even old iPhone.
old
Don't give a
iPhone,
shit.
laptop, they're seizing, people got murdered, people getting assaulted, women's section. So a lot was happening. So NSARS started from there, but NSARS was bigger than that because, like I said, the things I'm talking about, like mismanagement of money. So police officers either not getting paid properly or not getting paid at all. So if money's meant to come on the first, I'm not getting paid for 3 months. What's going to happen to that officer?
Yeah. It's
You
a
know?
vicious cycle.
It's a vicious cycle. And at the top end,
Yes.
absolute corruption. Was it 15 or 20 billion missing for the money that could have been used to fight Boko Haram? But you got energy for peaceful protesters. Boko Haram over
Madness.
there, hamming you lot to death, and you can't.
Can't
Yeah.
do a thing.
If they'd spent that money, Boko Haram would have been about for weeks. You couldn't bring back the
Yeah.
girls, but you could kill innocent protesters. So like, it's the problem is so big, and we spoke about it in the podcast. It's like when I see stuff happening now, like small skirmishes, bloody skirmishes, it's almost like a necessary evil. What, you haven't given them any other option. They came and they said, all they said is they want to end SARS. We'd like Buhari to go. We'd like resignation. We're even giving the option to just go. You're in your mid to late 70s, just bounce, innit?
He's
All these old
fuck.
fogies. Nigeria's only independent and free for 60 years, innit? So a lot of the people that were in power at the start are either the sons, nephews, like it's the same conglomerate, innit? It just passes from one hand to another. So these things don't change. It's even not a new phenomenon to have this happen. The army's been used before. There's this whole like wave at the minute where unfortunately a lot of the younger generation are maybe being a bit disrespectful to the older generation, like they failed us or they were cowards. But a lot of them lived under military rule.
That's true.
So that fire that was burning inside of them, they stamped it out.
Yeah.
They couldn't do anything. You know?
And Nigerians, we always just firm things. We just be firming things all the time.
I look at like, if you look at how many Nigerians are living abroad outside of Nigeria and doing well, imagine if there was an environment that can cultivate those talents, what that nation could be. But it's by design. I'm looking, I'm seeing warehouses with stuff that was meant to be used for COVID, governors and people in power have kept that stuff there for so long. It's in their interest to keep people poor. So there's a thing in a minute, like the major thing for me is no 24-hour electricity. That's by design.
Yeah, definitely.
So the people that run the companies that sell generators, the local petrol station, they're in cahoots with whoever runs like the electric of that area. So they'll say, turn off the electric how many times a day and pay the company because it's in their interest for me to not have to come and beg for petrol, for whatever, or beg for generator. That's madness to me. And that's part of the problem. So when that happens, people can't get out of poverty. You're not giving them any option. And now this generation, I just hope that this like movement doesn't stop, because this can be a great moment for change where it's like we can have political reform, social reform, maybe religious reform, and a lot of us that maybe follow religions that aren't, in my personal belief, like for us. Let's get back to who we are, you know, and then we can really have a proper nation in it. But it's like a necessary evil, and it hurts that like I can say that and be comfortable in the UK, and they have to go through that. I shouldn't be watching on Instagram Live and people are being shot.
It's the feeling helpless here, and also feeling the privilege of being here. Like, if I protested about Black Lives Matter, if I protested in Downing Street, that's not gonna happen. I wouldn't even have that fear of that happening. It's just so frustrating, because you just think, what can we do to help? And I feel like in Nigeria, it's like you said, it's all so ingrained, and it started for such a long time ago. It's like, how do you even come back? How do you even begin to deconstruct it all? It's just, it's really scary.
I think we need to, I understand the feeling of helplessness. I think we just need to just not get to a point where we don't do anything. So having these conversations, amplifying the voices of the people on the ground. So making sure that like those initiatives, those funds, the people that we look online, it looks like they're doing the right things. Just support them. Don't talk over them. Give them support. Make
share
sure
the mic.
Share the mic. In fact, just stand back. Stand back and stand out of the way and get off the stage, innit? Let them do what they need to do. Put pressure on our governments here. Like, I don't know how much time we've got, but like, I'm seeing these kind of moves where people are saying that maybe we should push for sanctions. Obviously, when you hear that, I think extreme, like Zimbabwe or whatever. But no, it shouldn't. Why should people be able to just do, like, we have a massacre like that in Lekki? Why can't you just fly out of the country? Why can you run away or like seize the assets abroad? You know,
that
because
really
a lot of those things are bought with dirty money. It's government money that's meant for the people that's being used to buy these things abroad. You know, make it harder for them. Make them come home and face the justice. And now, do I want us to look barbaric in front of the West and the world public? Not particularly, but do I really want to care about their opinion? And it's sometimes war is necessary for peace. I'm not saying like World War III Nigeria, but if there's a police officer that's been responsible for killing in a local town, and the people of that town decide their justice for themselves, I don't care. Like I said, this is my perspective. So you know, that's how they want to deal with it. Let them deal with it that way, because they're frustrated. Like, you've not given them any other option. They've tried everything. We came and we asked peacefully, this is what we want, these are our demands, and you killed them. So you show me what level you're willing to go to. So what do you want me to do now?
The thing with the sanctions and the petitions that were circulated, like, I was sharing them like mad, because you know when you're just vexed and you want change.
Your heart's in the right place. You want
I saw this girl quote tweeted me saying "stupid bitch," blah blah blah. I said, what?
You know, that's a reach. I can understand people are angry at sanctions. Even me, like, I think I responded to someone saying that, like, asking for help from people that have oppressed us just kind of makes me uneasy, and maybe that was a knee-jerk reaction, but I get why people are upset, because it's like the same people that we're asking for help are responsible for like directly Nigeria. They're responsible for our conditions. So when we became an independent nation or federal republic, whatever, the whole voter rigging, they taught them that. It's in their paperwork, their documents. Like, they taught them how to vote rig. They said, okay, cool, you give these people power. Like, we started from a bad place, like our factions with Tafa Balewa, like all these religious and ethnic factions started from what the British left us, innit? So the same people were then asking for, and I'm seeing stuff like that. They even train some of these SARS units and that. So it's like, that's where people are uncomfortable. I get that. Nobody should call you stupid bitch though.
She was angry, bro.
That's extreme.
But I did get a lot of. That's
where the anger's coming from. Yeah. It's like we're gonna ask the West to help us, but they're the major reason why we're in our condition.
But do you know what it is? I think I also know that because I'm verified, quote unquote, on Twitter, it almost looks like I'm not a person. So it's easy to call me a stupid bitch, if that makes sense. But I had a lot of people being like, "This is really irresponsible for you to share it," and I'm like, okay, I'm so sorry I didn't do the research, but I've like, the place I'm from, shit's happening and I don't know what to do. Like, I'm really trying my best to, like,
It's very difficult, like
Yeah.
especially when there's like that emotional attachment to something that's happening, because outside of what's going on currently in Nigeria, obviously it's been happening for a while now, but it's just been amplified to this point where tragic events are happening right before us. But as a whole, black people have had a tough year. It's been crazy.
Awful.
And it seems like it's just one thing after the
There's
other.
stuff happening in Congo as well. It's
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
Exactly.
like how much energy, like you're being
Like-
pulled from pillar to post. We're now doing a
Yeah.
Fresh Olympics, like
and enough is enough. So when you do have that emotional attachment, a lot of things are just going to be like a knee-jerk reaction,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
it's pulling at your heartstrings. And there's going to be times where you can't even apologize for it, because this is what is actually is happening in my country, and this is what it's doing to my heart. So I'm just going to really just put out there what I feel is happening, and I can't give you a warning
yeah,
for that.
and that same person I said that to you, I don't know them, but I would hazard a guess they've not done anything themselves. So it's very easy to critique, you know. I know people, I think it's because you be verified, but like, she's got a platform, she's being irresponsible. You need to feel your feels. You're not always going to get it right, innit?
Yeah.
And if you're someone like, your energy is quite good, so if you double back and say, cool, I didn't get it right, but this is the right information. But people never come back, and when you have got it right,
Yeah,
apologize.
exactly.
Like, oh, she's done
Yeah.
the right thing. It's like, bro, just don't chat shit, innit?
Yeah.
You know? So that's one thing I don't look forward to. If we ever get to a place where like thousands and thousands of like followers and that, I'm not going to react well to
back.
that. Yeah, I'm clapping first, just in case. You know.
I could imagine there was this
Yeah,
one
for
thread,
real.
I think you've seen it, where this girl, she put a picture of her food and people are cussing it, and she cussed every single person.
I love
I
that- I
remember
love
the
that
girl,
energy. I love
the
that
girl
energy.
that posted her man, and everyone was getting onto his drip,
cussed
and
everybody.
she
She's a
she
rider,
got
girlfriend of the decade.
Love it.
He needs to marry her immediately.
Better come with that ring.
Yeah, the real one still. But yeah, now NSAR's we just like I just can keep reiterating the point. Just support the people on the ground. I'll even see if I don't know what information you need. I'm gonna try and find as much as possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on our Instagram.
Put it on Instagram,
Yeah.
put it in the
So
bio
you
for
guys
this
can see.
podcast, wherever initiatives, funds, people that are doing the work, and just figure out what the people on the ground need, what they're asking for. You know, I'm even seeing like, because this thing isn't what Vans was saying, it's not it's been happening in Nigeria. There's factions in it, so I think that's what happened is in the south, innit? It's been happening in the north for years. So even now within the nation, because we're at a point where like it's a melting pot, people are amplifying what how they been feeling like, oh, this has been happening to us for long. You only care because it's this ethnicity, these people. So I want us to stick together and be as one, but maybe we're never meant to be as a nation, because it's this, they decided we're gonna have this. You stay here, you stay here. There's people that the bathroom will happen, innit? There's even things we need to acknowledge. It was a genocide in Nigeria. It wasn't always a genocide. They blocked off all the roads, blocked off all the access, and they just starved the people. They couldn't finish them physically in war. They just starved them to death. And that thing still lingers, and that's part of the reason we're in the problems we are, innit? So
It's crazy, man.
like those things need to be rectified. They need to be acknowledged. It's not, I don't think it's even on the syllabus or the curriculum in Nigeria at the moment, innit? So people from that community definitely feel hard done by is an understatement, but like you're not going to get full support until that thing's kind of rectified as well. So it's a far-reaching thing, but politically we need change. All those old cronies just need to go.
And I hate when I see them
Resign.
smiling.
Yeah, my
What's
thing
there
is
to smile about?
my thing is you've chopped long enough, yeah. Like just go.
Yeah.
The fact you even still have the option to just go, it's going to get to a point where they're going to kill you off, because the Oba of Lagos, they went to his palace, they stole the staff, the throne. Those things are going to happen. It's going to look barbaric online, or people say, I don't support eye for an eye, bruv.
In
It's
some
going to happen.
circumstances.
If you don't give them what they want, I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
Your house is over there. You're a rich man. You're part of the problem. And then what's going to happen is like we're going to get the things within the community, like businesses are going to get looted and stuff. People are like, oh, they're doing too much. But like these are people that have nothing. They have no option. Their carnal nature is going to come out. Give them what they're asking for. If not, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And before we go, let's get into Black excellence. So before we wrap up, we usually big up a Black business or Black person. You guys said mine previously. I just want to shout out the Receipts. They have a book coming out, which is incredible. I love the fact that, like me and Jazz, we see how white podcasters move. We see them have book deals. We see them have TV shows. We see them have like, spin-offs, all this stuff, all these amazing things. So seeing like a Black podcast that we all know and are familiar with, seeing them have like a book, published with like a really, really good publisher, headline, with KE. KE so dope as well. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
So amazing. And like, yeah, big love to them.
Respect.
Mine is gonna be Marcus Rashford, of course. Trying to end child poverty in the UK. And he's been getting abused online. But he's also brought the country together. At a time where I didn't really expect it, to be honest. There's so many different councils, even Kensington and Chelsea.
When I saw that, I was just like,
I'm just like,
don't you have
You
Grenfell?
better be serving caviar in that bitch.
yeah. But yeah, I just think he's doing amazing things. And he shouldn't be having to do this, but obviously,
He really shouldn't.
yeah, he
I
should.
love it. I
Not.
love the fact he's doing it because he's not politically connected to anybody.
Yeah.
That's why it hurts them so much because you can't
Yeah,
get him on
exactly.
the party lines
Exactly.
or like.
And they keep trying to affiliate him with
Yeah.
Labour, but
I used to stay as he is.
yeah,
I play football. I
exactly.
put the ball in the back of net.
But I just
and
have
kids
morals.
need to eat.
Yeah,
As long as it's that simple, he can't go wrong.
yeah, exactly. So over to you guys.
Mine's gonna be all the people in Lekki, 20th of October. It's a shame that it shouldn't even be Black Excellence because
Yeah,
it's something to be heralded. But like, I just feel like, that it marks a moment in time, and I just don't want those people's deaths to be in vain in it. So, shout out to everybody down there and DJ Switch and all the people on the ground. So yeah, that's my Black Excellence for the week.
Yeah, you gotta love it, man. With me, there's someone I wanted to highlight quite a while ago, a couple months ago. I mean, with everything that's going on in Nigeria, in Africa, in Congo, me being Congolese, I saw this designer called Anifa M.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
Close brand.
Yeah, and she's got this clothing brand, and I saw that she was one of the first to do like this virtual catwalk
Yeah.
thing, and I was like, this is like incredible, and I just think I just thought that was excellent. She's Congolese as well, so you know that's that.
You should
natural
buy it for your
bias
babes.
there. I don't have a babe, so
Nice try, V. Nice try.
you know, I might, gift someone something for Christmas this year after such a hard year.
Yeah,
But at this present moment in time, there's no one. So
babesless.
What about a future cofflet?
yeah, step forward, innit? Don't be shy. Man, don't bite.
We're wrapping up.
Arms are open.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, that's it, guys. You guys plug where you're at.
Off the Cuff Podcast.
Yes.
Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcast app, YouTube as well. Off the Cuff Pod on everything: Instagram, Twitter, individually False Forever.
Yeah, same individually, Mr. Van 7 on Instagram and Twitter. And yeah.
We drop every Thursday.
Yeah. So you guys just do you want to do the outro?
Yeah, catch that Black Girls Living on Twitter and Instagram. My personal account is jazz_BW on Twitter and Instagram.
You can catch me on Vic Sanusi on Instagram, Victoria Sanusi on Twitter, and you can give us a cheeky 5-star review on the Apple Podcast app. And as well, Acast have a rating system too, so you can give us a 5-star there. Please, I beg, give us a review. I know when I beg you a lot, you actually do it. So yeah, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Have a blessed week. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.